Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Happy Sunday, or happy Monday, or happy Saturday, or happy whatever day it is in your location. God is good all the time. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today is the last Premier League show, the last watch along, or whatever you want to call it, because today is the end of the Premier League. We're going to have shows every single day, but for this kind of, Premier League is gone. We still have the FA Cup to go, the final. We still have the Champions League to go. We still have the U20s World Cup to go. We still have the preseason games to go in the USA. So every single day we have all kind of games. We even have like international games, the nations games, friendly games, all kind of games. We're still here, but this one is the end for the Premier League. I hope you understand that and you don't take a break, because football, you don't have any break, okay? Don't call now if I'm not putting the line yet, okay? I just put it there. I have to settle my show. Stop calling, okay? I will tell you when to call and when I put the link on the screen. All right, so thank you so much for stopping by. And right now, when I finish settling and greeting people, I'm gonna start taking call, because we have a lot of time to do that. We have hours and hours of show, so you don't have to worry about anything. I'm here for almost the entire day. All right, so you don't have to worry about anything. Let me go and say hi to people. Mr. Arsenal for Mr. Champions of England is here. Mr. Arsenal for life. Nice to see you. Champion of England. You are the real champion, really. We appreciate your trophy with Jorginho Frello, who won, and Chelsea didn't win anything. Thank you so much. What a deal, huh? Jorginho Frello, 12 million is a steal. He went to Arsenal and won them the Premier League and Europa League and all the cups. Good deal, good deal. So, people, today, in about 1 hour, 30 minutes, we have all the games the same time, okay? The same time. Arsenal against Wolves. I think Arsenal are going to completely destroy them. They are angry. They are hungry. They want to say goodbye to their fans, because they couldn't give them any trophy this season. But top four, they are going back to the Champions League after like more than 7 years. No Champions League game. So that is kind of a trophy for them. So today, they're going to try to show the people, the fans, say thank you so much for supporting us. And they're gonna smash them. I see them. Not a big smashing, because nobody wanna get injured in a game that means nothing. But I think Arsenal are going to win it. Arsenal to win this game, probably 2-0 or something like that. And then the same time, 11:30 Eastern time, you have Aston Villa against Brighton. Brighton are already in the Europa League, Aston Villa Conference League. This one is going to be 2-2 draw. Two very good teams. Brighton and Liverpool are in the Europa League. So Aston Villa just to qualify for the Conference League, So I think this one is going to be 2-2. Brentford against Manchester City. Another dead rubber game. Manchester City already champions, and they have to play a final against Manchester United, and then another final in the Champions League against Inter. So they're going to try to save their players so they don't get injured. So I think Manchester City are going to still win this game, but a small margin like 2-1 or something like that. I don't see them putting tackles and playing high tempo, high energy, because they have to save energy for the two finals. Chelsea, Newcastle United. Chelsea to beat them 2-0. This is our final. This is all we can do. 12, the almighty Blues. We are 12 in the Premier League table. Nothing to lose. We're not gonna get any higher. So it's just a feel-good factor, but we're gonna beat them 2-0 at Stamford Bridge. Mauricio Pochettino will be watching this game from the stands because he's been, offered a contract and all the good stuff. So I think it's just a feel-good factor today. 2-0 Chelsea. Newcastle United are not. They are not gonna risk a lot because they already qualified for the Champions League. So dead rubber game, but it means something for us to say goodbye also to many players that will be leaving Chelsea Football Club for sure. People like Aspilicueta, Mason Mount, Gallagher, a lot of them will probably leave Chelsea Football Club. So let me go very quickly here. Crystal Palace, Nottingham Forest, another game that means nothing. Nottingham Forest already secured their stay in the Premier League. Crystal Palace, very good season under Roy Hodgson. Yeah, it's going to be another draw, 1-1. This crap happened. But anyways, bear with me if you see us frozen and doing this. It doesn't depend on me. It's always like this when I start doing streams, probably because I'm using a lot of sources. So I will probably because I am using a lot of sources here. So I get disconnected every time I try to put somebody on the phone. Now it's giving me issues. So let me just click some buttons here and there and try to fix it. So hopefully you're still with me here because we got disconnected for a few seconds. So I don't know if somebody's still here, but it is what it is. If you see me disconnect again, you just stay there. It's going to take a few seconds and I'll be back. I can't help. There's nothing I can do about it. So I was talking before we got cut off. I was talking about Chelsea and Newcastle United. I think Chelsea are going to win 2-0. It's a dead rubber kind of game. It means really nothing at the end of the day. Crystal Palace against Nottingham Forest. It's going to be another draw, probably 1-1. Everton are going to beat Bournemouth. I don't see Everton not winning this game. They know it. This is the only game that they can get something and, hope for the best. So Everton 1, Bournemouth 0. Leeds United against Tottenham Hotspurs. I think this one, Leeds also are going to win, This is their only chance. They have to beat Tottenham Hotspurs and they're going to do it. They're going to beat Tottenham 2-0. Leicester City against West Ham, also another game that Leicester need to win. West Ham don't have to win. They need to save energy for the Conference League final. They're going to take it easy and try not to get injured. So I think Leeds are going to win. So the way I see it, all the bottom three, all the people who are fighting to stay, all of them are going to win. So it's going to go down to the point who got the most pointed, and I haven't even checked on the table yet, but yeah, somebody is going down for sure. I hope Leicester City can stay, but other teams like Everton or Leeds, whatever, it is what it is. So people, I will try to connect the call system again, because every time I connect it, it just goes down and you see that baffling. And we got disconnected, so I don't know what is going on. I'm doing some stuff that you can't see here, clicking some button and diminishing the quality of certain things so it can be like a small file. So I will try it again in a little while. Let me continue here. Manchester against the Fulham. I think United are going to beat Fulham 2-1. United also need to save some energy for the final of the FA Cup. They are already qualified for the Champions League next season, so they're going to take it easy, but I think for their own pride in front of their own fans, they're gonna beat Fulham 2-1. And then Southampton against Liverpool. Southampton are already relegated. Liverpool are already qualified for Europa League. They can't reach the Champions League level anymore. It's over for them. So kind of a dead rubber game. It's for the pride, both teams. So I think it's going to be a draw, 2-2 draw between Southampton and Liverpool of all people. So, so having settled that, let me go back and double check if Hello? Hello? Now you can hear me, right? All right. Can't hear you, right? So even the wait. Yeah, now we back. All right, so I told you this is heavy. No sounds, yeah. Good, so all right, people, so as you can tell, if the image is good, the sound is gone. Today is a bad day. Okay, so what I was saying is that I'm gonna try to take calls very, very soon. Check on the sound. Yes, I'm checking on the sound. All right, people, so hopefully you can stick there with me because the technology today been very awful. We got disconnected for like 2-3 minutes and now the sounds was gone and now I don't know what's going on today, man. It's Sunday, man. Leave me alone. Give me a break. Give me a break. Give me a break. Hello. Can you hear me? Okay, people, I think this time it's gonna work. All right. Me today. Yeah. All right. Okay, my people, this is tough today. I don't know why everything is complicated, but let me see what is going to happen. I am going to try to connect again with the calling system. Every time I try to connect it, it goes down. I don't know why, but all right, people, so be patient. 10 minutes to go until we have the lineup, and we still have 1 more hour to wait until the start of the game, and we're gonna be here for the watch along, and we're gonna be here after the game, so all the issues are gonna disappear. Don't worry about anything. I'm trying to fix everything, not my fault. It's just technology is not working for me today, right? So let me read some of your comment here. All right. And yes, Collins, I will take you now. I've been having issues like for the last 30 or 40 minutes or so. So I'm trying to fix stuff because every time I connect somebody, the stream goes down, like we are gone, like disappear. So you give me a few minutes. I'm trying to click some button here to try to fix this. So stay there, give me a couple more minutes. And let me read some of the comments that people didn't. So Mr. People's Republic is saying that Chelsea are going to become the new Everton. I don't agree with him because it's not true. For people who understand that Chelsea Football Club are having a transitional period right now. They don't understand. Some 360 or something. All right. So Clear. So I don't agree with you. I just respect your opinion, but we will never ever become Everton. This is a transitional period for Chelsea Football Club. We'll be back for sure. But it's good for narrative though. Stamford Bridge, people. The last time that we played at Stamford Bridge this season, the boys are already in the building, as you can tell. And the lineup is coming very, very soon. Okay, let me now go and try to connect. Collins, are you there? Collins?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, you can go ahead now. Let's try. If you see me cut you off, that means the connection is gone and I have to cut you off.
Yeah, I understand. If you have an issue with the network, I understand since. I know.
All right, let's go.
How are you?
I don't know. How are you? Pochettino is confirmed. And it's still early morning here. I got my coffee. Still need some cereal. And no more dead football. Today is the last day that our eyes are going to suffer. And we're going to get rid of at least 12, 15 players. And Pochettino is going to start from zero. So it's okay, but I don't know how I feel. Let's just wait and see how it goes.
For me, I'm still celebrating because since yesterday I've been celebrating. From celebration, I went to church, I come back. I'm still in the mood of celebration because the men's team is not going to take away my celebration from me because the ladies have worked hard throughout the whole season. So I'm going to celebrate with them. So whatever they are doing today is not going to affect my celebration because throughout this week, I'm going to celebrate Chelsea ladies. Even next week, I'm going to keep celebrating it. So whatever the men's team are doing is not going to affect my mood. It's not going to affect my feelings. So I was like hoping that maybe today they will bring out the female team at least in the bridge for the whole fans to honor them because that is one good thing that happened to us this season. So they managed to put smile on Chelsea fans yesterday. So everybody was happy. So I just wish that they will bring them out in the stadium today to honor them. But I don't know if they have that plan already. But for me, whatever happened today, people like Caesar Aspilicueta, just wondering if they can give him a very a good send-off. That would be great. Players that is leaving, that would be great. So, but for me, whatever happened today is not going to change my mood. So, because I'm already in a happy mood. And based on what he just said, like somebody said, we're going to be the new Everton. We are not going to be anything Everton, like you said here. It's just that Chelsea have a very good team. All we are lacking, he's just a good coach. Once you have a coach that have idea, a coach that is ready to implement his idea, his system, trust me, those players don't turn bad players overnight. So you just need a good coach. Just point them in the right direction. Trust me, they will kick from there. So let me just hold off now. Thanks.
Okay, so we're gonna come back to you. We have time. We are hours and hours here. So you go straight to the point. You come back because we're still here. Mark, go.
Okay, all right. First of all, I would like to congratulate our ladies team for winning the league for consecutive time. I think that's a good example the men team should emulate because people think that like the women team is nothing to write home about, but hey, we have to focus on the ladies game. It keeps improving day in and day out, so I guess it's a very good thing that they've done. And come to talk of our season, it has been a very, very bad season. And today, the curtain is going down, and I hope everybody will be forgotten about all the hullabaloo that has happened over the weeks. It has been so difficult season for us, and I guess we have to do something to improve it next season. I keep hearing people saying that Chelsea is gone, the magic is gone, there is no team. But I would like to remind everybody that we are Chelsea Football Club. We might be down by now, but next season we are going to amend the team, and we are going to see a very good Chelsea side. Even if you look at some of the games that we have played so far, the team is not that bad. Just that there are some few hitches here and there. That's why you see the team not performing so good. We are missing an attacker, and there are so many injuries. So it will be very, 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 very detrimental for somebody to say that, hey, there is no good team or Chelsea team is not good. If you underrate Chelsea team next season, you do it by your own good. If you look at the coach that is coming in, I guess he's going to restructure everything, and we are going to retake our position as the biggest club in England. I guess people are just making fun of the Chelsea Football Club. But what I want to remind them is we are still building something. We have some young players coming in. We are still going to sign some good players. And after when it comes to next season, we're going to see a very different team. They shouldn't be so happy that we are not doing so good. There have been so many things that has happened to the club. Our owners were not able to do things that will fix the club. They made so many mistakes, and they kept making them. That's why we are here talking about our bad performance. But I guess that will just teach us a very big lesson. And the upcoming season, we're going to see a different thing. So I hope everybody should just calm down, and let's see what happens in the upcoming season.
All right. So we are waiting for the lineup, people, in a couple minutes now. So people, if you see me cut you immediately, nothing personal. It's just I have to run the show, and I have to cut you when I need to, when there is a breaking news on the screen, and I have to do it, and then don't take it personal. 1 minute to go until the official list is there. I think ZH is confirmed by some links on social media and Aspilicueta. This is what I said in my preview. If you watch my previews, I said ZH, I think Lampard is going to try to kind of reward him because he came to Chelsea to play for Lampard. Unfortunately, a few months after that, Lampard was sacked. And then it just kind of say goodbye to people. That's what I thought. And Aspilicueta, apparently he's a leader. He used to play together with Lampard. So his colleague, he not going to leave him out in the last game. What could be his last game, unless if Pochettino decide I need a leader and he consider Aspilicueta as a leader. So less than a minute, and then we have the lineup on the table. Mr. Francais Dev, introduce yourself and expect me to cut you immediately when the lineup is out there. All right?
No problem. Good morning, good afternoon to everyone around the world. Today is the last game of the year, the last day of our sufferings, of our weekends being ruined. For me, wow, everything that what you call him, Bamfandino said, Mark was absolutely right. But at one point, I was also thinking that it's true that the owners messed up, but I don't know how I see an owner making a mistake. And
sorry, the lineup is out. Let's go. Kepa Arrizabalaga, Aspilicueta, Thiago Silva, Chalobah, Hall, Gallagher, Enzo, Loftus-Cheek, Madueke, Havertz, and Sterling. So somebody lied. Somebody told me those links, sometimes they are not 100% correct. So somebody put some links out there to say that Hakim Ziyech was going to start, but that was a lie. He got it wrong. So let me repeat. Kepa Arrizabalaga, Mr. Abragadabra in goal, hopefully for the freaking last time. Aspilicueta, Thiago Silva, Chalobah, Lewis Hall, Conor Gallagher, Enzo Fernandez, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Noni Madueke, Kai Havertz, Raheem Sterling. Bench, we have Mendy, Wesley Fofana, Koulibaly, Chukwuemeka, Kovacic. Oh, wow, he recovered. Modric, Pulisic, Ziyech, and Joao Felix. We don't even have Datro on the bench. Yeah, it is what it is. So, gentlemen, let's go very quickly. Give me your first impression about the lineup. Collins, go straight to the point, my brother. We're going to come back to you. The lineup is there. What is your first impression? Collins is eating or something. He's not there. Oh, probably my foot. Mark, are you there? I don't know.
Yes, I'm here.
All right. What do you think about the lineup?
Well, I'm highly disappointed that Chukwuemeka wasn't going to start. I don't know the reason why he has to be on the bench. This guy was one of our best players when we played with Manchester United. So if you want him to continue with his performance, you have to keep playing him. Why he has to be on the bench? You know, this is some of the things we talk about it over the weeks, and nothing is changing. It seems like they are not giving the boy enough time. You ask him not to go to the World Cup, he's staying behind. So I was expecting him to play. But hey, Frank Lampard knows what he's doing. So I guess this.
Well, he's not here to please people anymore. He's the last game. He just wanna reward some people, say goodbye. That's it. I think it's. It is what it is. Ruben Loftus-Cheek is his last game with Chelsea Football Club. Cesar Azpilicueta last game probably, and I even heard that even Chalobah is on the list of the players that we have to sell to raise money and all that. So man, today I don't really care about anything. Just win me a game. Even Sterling right now, I can start breaking all my computers and everything, but it's not gonna pay me anything, right? I'm gonna lose this and work again hard to get a new computer while those people are getting all the money. So what the point of me getting frustrated because of them? So let's go. Le Français Dev, let's starting 11.
Same thing as usual. Everything you just said is the same way I feel. It's the last game of the year. I mean, I don't really know what to say. He's done this over and over and over and over. So we just want to win at this point. So yeah. I'm on the same page as you.
We just want to win. Mr. Gordon, what do you think?
I was expecting Datro Fofana in there, and I was expecting Modric in there. But I mean, it's the last day, so whatever.
Yeah, we have just to win the game, and then we should be fine. Give a good performance there, and let's see what is going to happen. Collins, are you back? No, he's not. His mic is muted. So, people, let me remind you one more time. Kepa Abragadabra in goal, no Mendy. So, probably Mendy already played his last game for Chelsea with Mason Mount and some other bunch. I don't see even Dennis Zakaria not even on the bench. The guy really unfairly treated, but I would like to be unfairly treated like that and get a big paycheck every single week. A lot of money, but in terms of playing, that guy was good at Chelsea Football Club. And this is what I've been telling people. The reality on loan is completely different than the narrative on social media. Dennis Zakaria is not on the, he doesn't play games for other reasons than football. Because the guy, the few times that he was on the pitch, he always performed top, 150% there. Scored at probably two great golazos for Chelsea. But what the point of giving you playing time when you are going back to your team? So this is the reality that people like Callum Hudson-Odoi will suffer on loan. Billy Gilmore will suffer on loan. Harry Kane will suffer this kind of reality when they go on loan. But the narrative is going to tell you just because you were not good, that's why you didn't have playing time on loan. So it's hard to explain to people today because it's all about narrative, copy paste. You are good or you are bad. If you are good, the manager is going to give you a chance. Are you telling me that that somebody like Raheem Sterling is better than Chukwuemeka this season? Take the goals that Raheem Sterling scored away. I don't see it. There are certain players who've been playing and they don't deserve it, and people who deserve are on the bench. So football, there is no fairness in football. So it's not like when you are good, you gonna be there. No, depend on the manager, depend on the club, depend on your situation, contract issues. You are on loan or you are permanent. All these things play when it comes to certain decisions. But it's all about black or white. Black or white is what people wanna hear now's the day. Okay, let me check if I have a few comments here before I give you. I request, you are request. Who is coming and who's going? Mr. Donsman. Why are you requesting here? Why are you imposing stuff? We don't know. I'm not Poch, and I don't know who is coming and who is going. Billy Gilmore is not on loan. Billy Gilmore is on permanent. We sold him. Thomas Tuchel didn't want him, and he wanted even to sell Levi Colwill permanently. He wanted to get rid of even Armando Broja and all the academy. So don't get to even start there. Billy Gilmore is gone, and we have Jorginho. Jorginho also is gone permanently. All right, so Chelsea fans are going mad because Gallagher start. It's always that way though. It's always that way. You can't please anybody online. So out of you can have 10 players who had a very, very bad game, but the fingers are gonna be pointed to another academy product. We know already before even the game starts who are we gonna blame, you know, who the fingers are gonna be pointed to. So this is a Chelsea thing. Just forget about it, bro. Forget about it. I know this community better than anybody else. So it is what it is. Okay, gentlemen, whoever wanna jump with any topic, if you wanna start about Pochettino, what to expect. Is anybody knows if he's gonna be in the stand today at Stamford Bridge?
I don't think he's going to be around. Well, anything can happen. And also, there is a story that I was reading in connection with the upcoming Champions League. It will be starting 2024 to 2025. And I guess this time around, there will be more matches if you qualify for the Champions League. So I was wondering how it is going to play a role with the English Premier League. You know, there are so many games in England, and I guess most of the English teams are going to be exhausted before they even get to the finals. But I guess people can also look it up. They are bringing some new formats, and I guess it doesn't make sense to me. You know, they are taking the excitement of the tournament away, and it's rather unfortunate. People can look it up online, the new formats for the Champions League.
Yeah, I've been there. It's gonna start next season. The first thing to enjoy is Chelsea are gonna be back in the Champions League, regardless of the position we finish, because of the coefficient. Some places are gonna be offered based on, you know, your European history. So Chelsea are going to get to qualify because of that. We won 2 times.
Next season, the upcoming season or next season?
Not the upcoming. The upcoming is gonna be the last time for the old format.
Oh, okay.
But 24-25 is a season that is gonna be more teams.
Okay.
And Chelsea are gonna be there. We're gonna fight to qualify for top 4. But even if we don't do that, don't do that, we can still qualify based on, you know, other criteria. Yeah, for the new performance. Second of all, this is what European Super League wanted to do, and it's greedy. It's about money. They don't really care about the players or the competition. Is not gonna be as special as it used to be. But they didn't want Super League to do it, but they are doing exactly what the Super League was there to do. So I even heard that certain games they are talking about, let's say semi-finals in Atlanta, Georgia, for example. You know, they are talking about some of the games are gonna be played overseas, but slowly and surely they are trying to make it like international, the way Super League wants it to be. So they're gonna implement those things slowly and surely for the money, for the international audience and all that. So yeah, let's wait and see what's gonna happen the right time. All right. So let me jump and check on other teams. Starting 11th here. This is Nottingham Forest starting 11. Hennessy, Wara, Mangala, Awoniyi, that is a Nigerian for sure. Gibbs White, Niakate, Johnson, Yet, Orie, Boli, and Lodi. I'm just reading the starting 11 for every team without any kind of order or anything. What I see here on the website or the page, the Premier League page. And for Wolves, they have Sa in goal, Semedo, Collins, Kilman, Bueno, Gomez, Lemina, Nunes, Adama Traore. That guy is huge. Jimenez and Wang. That is for Wolves. Let's go. Arsenal of odd people. They have Ramsdale, Thomas Partey, White, Gabriel, Kiwior, Jorginho Frello, Daka, Odegaard, Saka, Trossard, and Gabriel Jesus. Let's go. We have Liverpool. Kelleher in goal. Alexander Arnold, Matip, Gomez, Timkas, Fabinho, Milner, Jones, Jota, Mo, and Bobby Firmino is going to be his last game for the Reds. Chelsea Football Club. Let's go. Kepa Abragadabra, Thiago Silva, Aspilicueta, Chaluba, Hall, Gallagher, Enzo, Loftus-Cheek, Madueke, Havertz, and Raheem Sterling. Southampton starting 11. McCarthy, Bree, Lianco, Ben Radek, Walker Pira, Lavia, Ward-Prowse, Inunusi, this guy's name is impossible to pronounce, Kamaldin, Alcaraz, and Walcott. He still plays football. He's been around like for 100 years from Arsenal. All right, so this team here of Southampton, they're going to lose a lot of players. I don't even see Lavia here. He's on the bench. All right. Chelsea apparently are going to try to get him. Let's wait and see what's going to happen. Fulham Football Club. Leno, Tete, Torsen, Diop, Robertson, Pafina, Lutic, Carney, Wilson, Mitrovic, and Willian of odd people. All right, Manchester United. De Gea, Lindelof, Maguire, Fernandes, Rashford, Mangala, Fred, Casemiro, Dalot, Sancho, and Garnacho. Manchester City, we have Ederson in goal, Walker, Ake, Laporte, Gomes, Lewis, Phillips, Palmer, Mahrez, Foden, and Julian Alvarez. Look at this. Even their C team can still win the Premier League. That's how good Manchester City been this season. Let's go for Newcastle United, the team that will play against Chelsea today. Martin Dubraska, Kieran Trippier, Char, Botman, Target, Guimaraes, Gordon, Anderson, Almiron, Alan Saint-Maximin, and Alexander Isaac. Lord have mercy. Aspilicueta right now is going to have to go to the bathroom like 1,000 times. Just thinking about Alan Saint-Maximin running at him, it's going to be a disaster. This is a car accident waiting just to happen, right? Let's go. West Ham United, starting 11. Yeah, people give me couple more seconds because I have to settle the show and other people from other teams are watching us, so we have to be fair. Okay, starting 11 for West Ham. Fabianski, Kufal, Kerr, Aguerd, Cresswell, Dons, Rice, captain, Fornals, Paqueta, Benrahma, Antonio. I was thinking that West Ham United were going to rest some players because of the Conference League final, but it looks like they are going for a very, very strong lineup here. So I feel already sorry for Leeds United, who can get relegated today. Aston Villa, starting 11. Let's go. Martinez, Cash, Nkosa, Mings, Digne, Maguire, Douglas Luiz, Kamara, Ramsey, Bailey, and Watkins. So many because every single team playing today at the same exact time. That's why it's taking me like 100 years to go through all the lineups here. Okay, Brentford Football Club, starting 11. David Raya, who might leave the end of the season. Hickey, Zanka, Pinnock, Ben Mee, Henry, Janet, Onyeka, Damgard, Bueno, and Wissa. That is the guy from the DRC, Wissa. Let's go. Starting 11 for the Foxes of Leicester. Iverson, Castagne, Evans, Fius, Thomas, Sumari, Tilleman, Hall, Madison, Burns, Inacho, the governor of Lagos, Mr. Inacho, is in the building. Hopefully this is the last, not the last yet. Brighton, starting 11. Let's go. Steele, Webster, Colwell, McAllister, Gross, Ansinso, Yundav, Ayari, Ferguson, Villman, Buonanate. Wow, that is awesome. Crystal Palace, starting 11. John Stone, Ward, Gueye, Anderson, Mitchell, Eze, Dukure, Huge, Olise, Edouard, Ayew. No Zaha. Zaha might leave this club the end of the season. Tottenham Hotspurs, starting 11. They have Foster in goal, Royal, Sanchez, Lenglet, Davis, Bissouma, Skip, Pedro Porro, Kulusevski, Son, and Harry Kane. Leeds United, goodbye championship, here we come. They have Robert, Erling, Christensen, Cooper, Sturridge, Warber, Koch, Forshaw, McKinney, Harrison, and Rodrigo. I'm even tired of repeating all the starting 11. So many. It's like 20 teams, people. So stay with me. Almost at the end. We have here Bournemouth, the team that will play against Everton. Travers, Kelly, Brooks, Lerma, Solanke, Christie, Ouattara, Smith, Senesi, Zabani, and Billings. Lord have mercy of me, really. I'm getting tired already. Okay, so the last game and the last lineup that I will repeat in this stream is going to be Everton of odd people. Pickford, Tarkowski, Cody, Mina, McNeil, Iwobi, Dukure, Ganagay, and Garner, Onana, and Gray. Whew, I need some coffee. Gentlemen, anybody that wanna jump to comment on anything, go on, so I can drink some water.
I would like to talk about Leeds United. If you guys can remember, exactly a year ago, they were struggling to stay in the Premier League, but there was one player who saved the day. Talking about Rafinha, and I sure think that the Leeds fans should be very mad at the team because it seems there were nothing they could have done to save themselves going to Championship. You have all year and nothing was done. I don't even think they were able to bring in a replacement for Rafinha. And today, it's most likely they are going to go back to Championship. The problem with them is I don't know if some of these players are going to stick around and bring them back to the Premier League. But whatever happens, they have themselves to be blamed, and it's rather unfortunate this is going to happen. You also have Leicester City, who are also likely going to go. And one would think that how can someone who won the EPL some few years back go through some of these things? It boils down to the same problem. Players leaving and they don't have any.
We can hear your radio behind. I don't know if something is playing at your background. I don't know.
Oh, probably it's the washing machine. Sorry. So I guess this is going to be a problem for them. And at the end of the day, I'm expecting both Leeds United and Leicester City to join Southampton, which is rather unfortunate. And I hope they will enjoy their life in the Championship, and hopefully they can quickly come back as soon as possible.
Yeah, talking about the team who won the EPL, we have Forest who won 2 Champions Leagues back to back. They found themselves in the championships for more than 15 years. So that
23 years.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
They've been in the second division. They've been out of EPL for 23 years.
Yeah, so look, so that means nothing. At the end of the day, if you're not, you don't pay attention, you can go there. Championship is a tough place to be, man.
I'm so sorry for Coventry. Coventry used to be a very good team back in the early 90s, and they came very close coming back to the EPL, but unfortunately, they were beaten by Luton, and the game was like a nerve-wracking game. It was a fantastic
penalty shootout. I watched all the penalty shootout. That black guy who missed the penalty, been abused online. He been abused. It's not like a laughing matter or something. He been abused because that's the way it is. When a black man wins you games, oh yeah, we celebrate together. And when you miss a penalty and then you are in trouble, just like Saka, just like Rashford, Sancho, all those guys.
Same thing. Hurricane did the same thing, I think.
Nothing. Yeah, everybody's gonna feel sorry, and he's gonna be, he need to go to an island. They're gonna send all kind of flowers to him. But when a black guy missed a penalty, remember Tammy Abraham and all that, and people wanna kill him. But it is what it is. That is the world that you are living here, man. It's disgusting.
Wow.
Sickening.
It's sickening. You are driving, give your point, and then focus on driving, brother. Let's go. CS.
Whoa, I thought you said the F word and focus. You were like, and focus. Yo, so good morning to you gentlemen. Blessings to all.
You sound different today. You sound different. Are you trying to imitate me or something?
No, what do you mean?
Yeah,
I think because I have you on speaker today, I'm not using headphones or on CarPlay.
Right.
It's actually on through the phone. Say real quick, you said the penalty shootout. I'm guessing you're talking about the championship shootout penalty?
Yes. Yesterday it was Coventry against what team again? And that team that got the worst, Luton Town. They got the worst stadium in the Premier League now. Like it's just like a steakhouse or something, and it's just surrounded by residents and all the apartments. Somebody can watch the game from his What?
Sometimes the stadium is very, very important. I'm going to say that these small stadiums are very difficult place to take a 3 points. So
It's not even about small. It's just outdated. The stadium was built in 1885 or something like that. They never renovated it. It's concrete everywhere. The chairs are tired and sick. They wanna die, but nobody's gonna bury. It's
Well-
just a Google and watch that stadium. It does. Even my Sunday league team can't play in that kind of pitch. But we don't know what the Premier League is gonna decide. They're gonna build a new stadium somewhere else. But in the minute, huh? Go.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. So you right there, you said I think they were going to invest like I think 20 million. I think right. So what do they mean by they're going to invest 20 million? Because honestly speaking, and I don't mean to sound arrogant at all. It's just that everything is pricey. What the heck can you do upgrading a centuries old stadium with 20 million in less than 3 months? Right, you got 3 months to redo the stadium. But what are you gonna do with 20 million? That gets you nothing. 20 million gets you what? Drogba from retirement? Like, come on, that's not gonna get you anything.
Yeah, that is a lot.
They should borrow a stadium from another, like a neighboring town or something, and play there. Right.
Yeah, they can play temporarily to another in another stadium, but all the surrounding stadiums in their area are like the rivals, like they hate each other, like the worst rival you can think of. So they're not gonna go there. I was watching a documentary yesterday telling that they can't go there because of the fans. It's gonna get ugly. They don't want to put them in that situation. Or they might move to, let's say Wembley Stadium or something. We don't know, but the solution is gonna 20 million. It sounds like nothing in football, but when it comes to construction, you can at least get something in 3 months. You can pay, an emergency fixing. It's gonna put new chairs. It's gonna put new paint. It's gonna upgrade the stand and make it in a good level of the Premier League. Because what the Premier League don't want is to show this kind of stadium to the world, because this is a marketing thing. That's what I heard yesterday in the documentary that I was watching, that they want to show people amazing stadium, the camera angles good, so they can renovate. 20 million is a lot of money, can get you some good chairs, because those chairs are tired and they've been there for 100 years. It's just awful. So 20 million is a lot of money that can upgrade it to the level of even now, like the TV camera and the press area where they have to do those live stream. It's just awful. So 20 million is a lot of money, and 3 months is a lot of money for a company to at least make that stadium looks okay.
They should come to Chelsea. Some Chelsea players can help them. Raheem Sterling, Koulibaly, Kukurea,
You want them to go there to go play for them?
No, like to help Luton, like give some donation.
Oh,
We have overpaid players at Chelsea. They can help Luton Town do something, and then maybe Luton can be partner team with Chelsea. Who knows? Just pay for that stadium, man.
Yeah, and there is a guy.
Chelsea to the Championship League next year. Let's do this.
Yeah, we will be there. Okay, Championship, we will be there. League One, we will be there. No league, we will be there. We're not leaving Chelsea no matter what's gonna happen, so don't worry about that. We're not gonna change and start supporting Spurs, even if we get relegated. All right. So did you hear about Pochettino already signed his contract?
Finally.
Yes.
Yes.
Fabrizio Romano. Let's go.
So what is your intention? What is your opinion? You from outside Chelsea?
I've got to say, I know you're going to be like, you're a Barca fan, you're a Man U fan. This is probably one of the most awkward combinations that could have happened, to be honest. I think and I don't mean to sound like because he's from Barcelona, but I think Enrique would have been Chelsea. But I'm not too fond with what's his face's name, Pochettino. This guy, he was literally given everything at PSG, and he couldn't do anything. The guy got very lucky with where he got them at. 0 trophies. So I don't know, man. I really do hope the best for Chelsea, because obviously you got some Caicedo links there going on. But it's just not it. What an awkward combination, these two, Chelsea, Pochettino. But let's see. Good luck.
Yeah, how many trophies Zidane and Guardiola won before they joined their clubs? Like, how many trophies? Because everybody want to focus on trophies. He was.
I mean, that's the whole point, though. You don't want to be second place. Second place will never remember you. You gotta be first.
I disagree with you in a bit, because if you look at PSG, they might look good, but they don't have a team. They have come too close to win it. They couldn't win it. And somebody like TT was there. He couldn't win.
Yeah, Thomas Tuchel. TT just means Thomas Tuchel. Yes.
Yeah, he couldn't win any Champions League with them. But he came to Chelsea, and less than 1 year, he was able to win something. So it will depend on the system that they have in both clubs. Both clubs have different system, and I don't think Pochettino is going to be a failure. Trust me, he has a very good technical ability, and he has some young players to work with, and we don't have a lot of stars. If I say stars, big names like Neymar, Mbappe, Neymar Jr. all in one team. It's obviously going to bring some problem to somebody who is handling them. So I guess it's a different environment and it's a different team. So we shouldn't rule him out. He will definitely win something with Chelsea. And if you talk of Tottenham, he took Tottenham from nowhere to the Champions League finals.
Yeah, and when it comes to give him the money and the budget, though, like give him the money to take them to the next level, they refused to give him the money. That's why he was sacked, and they went for Mourinho and Conte. They gave those managers money, but Pochettino, they wanted him to work to do miracles with nothing. Basically develop your own players and win something. Aziz, I'm coming to you because you've been waiting forever. I want to let this guy go because he always drive the entire United States. Let me just shame him publicly here. First of all, I told you, I put a tweet yesterday before the game between the German league, the Bundesliga. Yeah, let me finish. Don't cut me. Let me finish. That's your theory. I'm teasing you, that. Nothing serious here. Me and him, we always fight. So don't think that I've been rude here. All right. So I told him yesterday before the game. I told him that Borussia Dortmund are just the Arsenal and Tottenham of Germany. When it's matter, they do nothing. They're going to bottle it the last minute, and Tommy Tuchel is going to win this league. Yesterday, he was like, what if it doesn't happen? And he disappeared after the game. I'm shocked. The guy who been saying that it's not going to happen, blah, 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 all of a sudden, he disappeared. He didn't say anything. So I told you so, and you see what happened. What are you saying now? Say it. Say it again.
I thank God I stood quiet, because right before the game started, I was going to say, yo, let's do something. And thank God I stood quiet.
Yeah, because you were going to pay me $500, bro. Yeah, you were right to stay quiet. I told you. I've been watching football longer than you. So you have to listen to your elders. When your elders are talking football,
is sad, though.
Those are your elders are talking about football. You have to listen. You see what happened? I told you. They always let people down the last second. That is exactly what happened.
I read they don't have the mental toughness for some of these things. It's a psychological thing. How can Dortmund win all game under like a normal day? They could have buried Mainz by 3-0, and when it matters most, they came to your grounds and they were leading like 2-0 throughout the game. That was so ridiculous.
And it's not even the first time. They had all the time in the world to win. You know, when they went to, I don't know, Frankfurt or something, it was the game that they had to win. And they even opened the score, if I'm not mistaken. They dropped 2 points. That is where the collapse started. That they had so many easy games that they could have got 3 points.
You see Jamal Musiala. That guy, in fact, whoever saw that guy will not make it to heaven. Honestly, this boy is something. He was on the bench reading the game. As soon as he came in, his partnership with Gnabry was so fantastic. He made it so simple. I mean, we've seen a lot of players missing some of these chances, and this guy, in fact, if there is any chance they can.
But you're saying it now. You're saying it now. When I dedicated my channels for 5 years now, defending the youngsters from the academy, I get all kind of hate from people who just wanna go there and spend money because apparently the academy is there to make Chelsea money. Blah 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 blah. Theory it is. When I was talking about that boy from the academy, everybody, yeah. Listen, and back then, he was English. Wow. He was playing for the England national team, and he was from the Chelsea academy. Nobody took him seriously. Now that he changed his nationalities, he's German and playing for Bayern Munich, the narrative changed. Oh, why did we sell him? Oh, pay whatever it takes to get him. You had him on free. And listen, this is an example of when you trust youngsters, when you give them playing time, you allow them to make mistakes, they're gonna improve, they're gonna pay you back one day. So, but Chelsea, we are just used to quick fix, shortcut, go, buy. And then when they come to Chelsea, they do nothing. Aziz been waiting for 2 hours. Let's listen from the Prophet Aziz.
Hey, Mr. Host, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, everybody. Hopefully, the ending of a miserable season, we're going to watch the final.
Yes.
Lampard coaching us. And okay, let me rebuttal what you said about trusting the youngsters. There's no Chelsea fans that doesn't want the youngsters to grow. But why are they not using the youngsters in the big team when all the other coaches were here? Because one, their job is at stake. Secondly, are the youngsters ready to grow? Who was Musiala going to bench at Chelsea at that time? Was he going to bench a informed Eden Hazard? Was he going to bench an informed Oscar? Was he going to bench a Fabregas? So these are things you have to look at sometimes before we start arguing, give the youngster a chance. I'm not saying you shouldn't give the youngster a chance, but is the youngster ready to improve quickly? You see where I'm coming from?
Yes, sir.
It's not all youngsters that is going to be a Ronaldo. It's not all youngsters that's going to be a Messi. But are these youngsters, are they ready to sacrifice what Messi and Ronaldo did?
But the problem is, you are making a very good point. The problem is, how do you know it without giving them a chance?
Because we're not the one. Yeah, that's why I said the coaches. One again, Musiala is lucky he moved to Germany to play in Bayern Munich. In Bayern Munich, we only know it's only one team in Germany that wins all the trophy.
Yeah.
So it's easy for you to develop there and learn one or two things there. It's easy because who is pressurizing Bayern Munich? Nobody. Dortmund, we all know Dortmund is a Tottenham. We know Dortmund is an Aston. They will bottle it.
Yeah.
Who buys all their player? Bayern Munich. Yeah. This is the Premier League whereby any slight mistake, you see where you're going to be at in the ending of the season. Look, if you're not ready yet, you see where you're going to be at in the end of the season. Look at Chelsea. How many people dream that Chelsea is going to be 11th or 12th or even 13th today? Nobody.
Yeah, I agree.
So now, are you going to say you want to give the youngster this kind of pressure to play on? That's why you see most teams go out there in Premier League. They like loaning their youngsters out so that they can improve and maybe they can join the team. Look at Odoi, Austin Odoi. He had a good half a season at Chelsea when he came through. The second season when he came back under Lampard, why was Lampard not using him?
Well, that we are getting to another
No,
topic here. Let me answer. You want me to answer?
Okay.
So if I have to answer about Odoi, is a special case. Odoi, if he didn't get that bad Achilles injury, for people who don't understand, if Odoi wasn't 18 years old back then, probably his career was going to end, because those kind of injuries are career-ending injuries. You are not stable anymore. You are afraid. You are living with fear on your belly. But if you look at Odoi before that injury, under Mauricio Sarri, when he was destroying people for fun without any fear of anything, it was going to be a completely different story. So Odoi, every case is completely different than the other one. Musiala, I can understand your case of he couldn't bench everybody, but I'm just making a point in general. Why? Let's give me 1 minute to finish this.
Okay.
So Musiala, yes, he couldn't bench anybody there back then, but there is nothing wrong by using one. It's not like that one academy product is gonna just destroy the entire team. That is wrong. He's still in the academy. In the games that you are leading 3-0, or the game is already gone, give the kid 15 minutes, develop the kid, build his confidence, and slowly and surely incorporate them in the team. But at Chelsea Football Club, we didn't do that. We started doing it since Lampard and stuff, and hopefully under Pochettino. But there is nothing wrong. People complaining about developing one academy product as if we were using 11 of them, and if we were going to win every single game playing those expensive players that we always buy overseas. What the point of buying Zappacosta when you have Nathan Chalobah, the big brother of Chalobah, who plays the same position as Zappacosta? And we went, he was mostly on the bench and paid 150k a week. And Nathan Chalobah, you're going to pay him 50k a week, and you still have a very good, solid kid from the academy who can develop in that position. So we're talking about in general here, not only Musiala or not only De Bruyne or Salah, we're putting everything in general. Academy, young players that we buy from other teams, like why can't we just trust them? Raheem Sterling, people like that. Why are you using like Ruben? For example, he's leaving the end of the season, and Chukwuemeka is there waiting for his opportunity. Those little things, but not focusing on one player only. That's what I wanted to say.
Okay, let's get from Odoi. Even the great Sir Alex Ferguson couldn't use all the youngsters. He had to loan or sell some of them.
Well, he used 11 academy product, the class of 1992.
The class of 1992 were not 11 academy players. There were only 5 or 4 of them. So go back and check. There were only 5 or 4 of them that was included in the squad. That's the mistake people always make. Oh, Sir Alex Ferguson totally used 11 players. No. Was Roy Keane class of 1992 of academy player? No.
Aziz, let me tell you something.
We're not talking about one team making 11, promoting 11 players who are regular in the 25 squad.
But how many of the academy players are ready? That's the question. That's the question. How many of the academy players are ready to take on this mantle job? Who are ready in the academy? Who are ready?
Aziz, let me how can they be ready when you don't give them the chance? How would they be ready?
How they be ready? Yeah, that is a good question.
Aziz, let me tell you something.
Okay.
When you go to Germany and the Netherlands, all the players you've seen them coming up, making names for themselves, came through the ranks. They were not just Lothar Matthäus, Klinsmann, and all those. You can go check. And what they do is they normally bring the academy boys. They will shadow the senior players. and gradually they will introduce them gradually. They don't just get rid of them and say, hey, this one is not good enough. When Eden Hazard was there, as you were saying, I don't think Musiala was even up to the reserve side or whatever. Musiala was about 2019. I think he came in 2019. I've forgotten the time he came in, and we sold him during the pandemic or something like that. But my point is, even if Hazard is there and we want to give this kid a chance, we could have done that. There are so many matches he could have played. You know, if Chelsea is winning 3-0 and you think there is 10 minutes time for this boy, introduce him gradually. You see the effort and you see the anger or the willingness to play for the team. You don't just get rid of the boy. And later on, when they go to other teams, they will show you what they could have done for the club. That's what we are saying. Nobody is saying that, hey, just bring the boys to play. Introduce them gradually. What was the point for Chukwuemeka, for instance, today to sit on the bench? You understand? These are some of the things we are talking about. Because of the way we do some of our policies, we've lost a whole lot of great players over the years. And we cannot continue to let this happen. Don't forget, they are spending a lot of money on these academy boys. Just take your time, go to the academy side and assess the boys over there.
Yes, I'm gonna come back to you, my brother. 10 minutes to go until the start of the season. Probably I will be doing the voiceover or the comment, and then come back at halftime because I have people in my house to watch the game with me. So Conor Gallagher been given the goal of the season, probably against the Crystal Palace. The goal that he scored, I think the fans voted, but all that is not gonna count if you don't give it to a foreigner guy like Felix or somebody. Need to win it, because all this academy product, anything they do is been pushed by the English media. But that goal was amazing, the last minute to give us 3 points. So he win the man of the goal of the season. And Koulibaly also had a very good goal against Tottenham Hotspurs. And I wanted to say something that I'm forgetting here. Checking. So I think the women team are at Stamford Bridge. Mason Mount is at Stamford Bridge, probably to say goodbye to Chelsea fans. Mauricio Pochettino, they haven't shown him. I haven't seen anything trending if he will be at Stamford Bridge or he will arrive the last minute. They're going to show him at the stand. We don't know yet. So tomorrow morning, expect the announcement, and then Pochettino is going to start walking immediately, because we just need somebody, man. We need somebody to start walking for us because we are tired. And Aziz, my brother, listen, your comment looks like you've never been a kid before, or you've never been rejected from a job, like you just finished college and then you go look for a job and you don't have experience enough, or they don't tell you the truth, but they don't give you the job because of your skin color. That is discrimination. This is exactly what we're doing. Discriminating against youngsters, discrimination against people's origin or people's countries. It's all the same. If you've been through, if you were a kid one day, you will understand what those kids are going through. You're not going to tell me that somebody like Kukurea, we deserve to spend 60 million when you have Jan Madsen, when you have Lewis Hall. Look at him today, 60 million, 190K a freaking week. What he's doing at Chelsea Football Club. Could we like pay a kid from the academy? Lewis Hall is on less than 5K a week because he's still in the academy level. You know, a little bit money, pocket money we are paying him. Do you really have to spend that kind of money on somebody while you have somebody to develop? So I hope that you're going to change your opinion under Mauricio Pochettino, because we have to give those kids a little bit of chance. If you don't give them a chance, they are not going to develop. Everybody needs to start somewhere. We are mentioning Mbappe, Messi, Ronaldo, Fabregas, all those kids, they started at 16, 17 years old, and they built their momentum to the level they are today. By Chelsea Football Club, we kill their confidence. They believe that they are not good enough. They are there for the squad, or they are there to be sold. So I hope that we can change that. Nobody is asking for 11 players, but Chelsea, just one player out of 25 is a big problem. They make it sound like we are using 11 players. No, we are using one only. Develop at least one. Save money, develop one player a season. Is too much asking? I don't think so. Collins, you've been gone forever. Tell us.
Exactly. This season is almost over, and we did not even develop one. Imagine if we could give 10 minutes every match to Chukwuemeka and Datro Fofana. They would
go in another level.
Exactly. We wasted this season without developing just one player. Nothing.
That is the problem with Chelsea. Collins, give me your score prediction for the first half. I'm going to say goodbye because it's like 7 minutes to go. We're going to do the voiceover and come back at halftime. And after the game, I will stay here for hours. I'm not going anywhere. We're gonna discuss about everything. Mauricio Pochettino plan for next season. Who's gonna go? Who's gonna stay? We're gonna have the longest show today. I promise you. After this game, we're gonna be going and going. My Blue Army are away this weekend, so I'm cool. All right. Collins, are you there? No. Collins been gone forever, so come back at halftime, my brother. You've been very quiet. Mark, you wanted to add something?
Yes. What I'm going to say is this is our final game. I guess people are exhausted already. At least we shouldn't lose our last game in Stamford Bridge. And by winning, it's also going to give us some momentum going into the next season. So at least they should do everything possible and get the 3 points on Stamford Bridge. And I hope by the close of the day, we will get some surprise seeing Pochettino at the VIP stands. And that will confirm that he has finally, signed for Chelsea. So I guess at the end of the day, our worst result should be a draw at Stamford Bridge.
Yeah. We have to win or we have to draw. Listen, Mark, come back at halftime, brother.
Sure.
All right, sure. All right, Aziz, what do you think the first half? Come back at halftime or after the game. So we're going to have a long show today. We're going to discuss about the future plan. We're going to discuss about many, many things. I'm not going anywhere. I'm here. Aziz, tell us, what is your score prediction today?
To be honest, I've always been predicting Chelsea wins. To be honest, I don't care no more. It's what it is. Like, I just want this season to be over. I don't want to see Lampard. I don't want to see half of these deadwood players at Chelsea no more. No more Kepa. I don't want to be seeing screamers at my door post no more. I swear to I don't even care if they beat us.
All right.
To be honest,
yeah.
Maybe they are 5-1 Newcastle.
5-1 Newcastle. Aziz, come back at halftime or at the end of the show because we have a long show today. Mr. Gordon, what is your wishes for this first half?
First half, I just want to see a decent performance. Probably we should score a goal in front of the, if we have the ladies watching us, we should try and impress them by scoring a goal in the score.
Okay.
And please, after the game, play that celebration song because I have my sunglasses on. I want to dance that celebration song to the end of the season.
Sure. I will do that. That is a promise. I will do that. Thank you so much, Mr. Gordon. Mr. CSC just came back immediately. And I will finish with Mr. People's Republic. The last few minutes is going to be you to tell us what you think and then we're going to leave. CS.
So wait, I thought you said call in, or you're doing the voice thing.
I've been here for 2 hours already. I have to take a break and come back at halftime. I will be here. The show is gonna continue with the comment and all the stuff, and come back. I have people over my house.
Salutes. Salutes. Halftime it is, gentlemen. Salutes.
All right. You go? He's gone. Yeah, he's gone, this guy. People's Republic. Let's go.
What's happening? We've been listening live on the sidelines.
Yeah, I've been having a lot of technical issues. Sometimes the voice was gone. Sometimes we got cut off. I don't know, all kind of issues, but we managed to fix them. Now we're good. And you have 3 minutes to tell us what you think. Let me attack you first. First of all, you just confirm every time that we're gonna be Everton. We are not going to be Everton. This is Chelsea Football Club. This is a normal process for people like me. I expected it at the beginning of the season. I said the change of ownership is gonna cause a lot of tsunami. The change of philosophy at Chelsea Football Club is gonna cause a lot of problems. So I knew we were going to have problems. I didn't expect this kind of position on the table, but I knew it and I prepared myself to accept whatever comes. So calling us Everton is not fair because we are Chelsea Football Club. This is just a normal process. It doesn't mean that you are making the wrong decision. It's just the decision didn't work out. It's normal. When you are building something, you make mistakes. The most important is to fix them and keep pushing. So I would tell you, next season, we're not going to finish 12 or 11. We're going to finish probably 6th. Or if we can push to top 4, I would take it. It's a building process, and we will be back next season stronger under Mauricio Pochettino. Now you can go.
You're missing the context of why I say Everton. So the context of why I say Atletico, Everton, Chelsea is because, like Everton, what they decided is just throw money at the problem. So they've been throwing money at their problems, but they have no sense of direction, no sense of stability. They don't know what they're doing, where they want to go, and they just keep throwing money at the issue. And this is where they've ended up season after season, just avoiding relegation. And now today, the knife is at their throat, so to say, it's do or die. And Chelsea, the question is, where we same thing, throwing money at the problem. Just going by. It's just because Arsenal has an interest in a player or Liverpool has an interest in a player. Oh, they must be good. How much do you want to pay for them? They want to pay us 80 million. Well, you will just put in a bid of 120 or whatever. It's just that's basically just throwing money at the problem, not knowing why you're buying the player, what you want to buy the player. That manager, fans online don't like him. Sack him. We'll hire, just to keep the fans quiet, we'll hire club legend. Now, this is just no direction. I don't know what the hell you're doing. And this is basically Everton 2-0. This is what I mean in that context there. So, unless they find their path, they know exactly what they want to do, which direction they go, then we are going to suffer. We are going to be in that same situation. But if they've chosen the path, if they found that whatever direction they want to go, what kind of style and all that business, then yes, maybe. But this is not one of those quick fixes. The next season will probably be another so-called pedestrian season. Another one of those just will be.
Okay, what is your score prediction? Because the game just started. What is your
3-1
score
Newcastle.
prediction?
3-1 Newcastle.
3-1 Newcastle. Come back at the halftime, my brother. I have to watch the game with other people. I'm gonna leave. So people, enjoy the game, enjoy the commentary, and I'll be back here again at halftime, and then at the end of the game, just to celebrate. Today, even if we lose, it's just a celebration. It's the end of an era. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. So all the games are on your screen, as you can tell. The game already started at Stamford Bridge, people. Let's go, Chelsea. Let's get the job done, man. All the games are on your screen right now. You can check what is happening. And the rider here is about the Chelsea game. Let's go, Chelsea.
though, Fernandez. He releases Noni Madueke. Madueke forward to Gallagher, and Gallagher can't quite find Kai Havertz on the right wing for Chelsea. Now we've had just over a minute gone. It's Chelsea 0, Newcastle United 0. And black and white striped shirts have a throw-in, which is given away straight away to Ruben Loftus-Cheek. He finds Enzo Fernandez. He's trying to turn away from Elliot Anderson. Kai Havertz now releases Raheem Sterling. First chance for him to run into the edge of the area, but good recovering challenge there by Anthony Gordon, and Newcastle able to clear it away. Up now to Alan Saint-Maximin. The first time for him to open up his legs. He fights Alexander Isak. Isak into the area. Takes a shot. It's well saved at his near post by Kepa. Kept it low there, Alexander Isak, as he tried to go one way, then the other past Thiago Silva. And he's forced a corner out of Kepa. Good save low with his legs. Isak with double figures in the Premier League in his first campaign. Of course, he spent quite a few months out with injury as well. So Chelsea having to shape up to defend this corner. Kieran Trippier over to take it. It's far too close to Kepa, who just punches it to the edge of the air. Lewis Hall plays the ball back to his goalkeeper. And a short pass to Trevor Chalobah. Chalobah goes wide to Azpilicueta. Forward to Madueke. He's got his back to goal. Back to Azpilicueta, who tries to thread one through, but in trying to keep possession alive, Conor Gallagher fouls Bruno Guimaraes, who was clearly going to beat into the ball. Between Gallagher and a couple of his midfield colleagues. Chance now for Chalobah and Loftus-Cheek to use their height to full effect inside the Newcastle. Tried to just sweep his right foot across, but didn't make a meaningful contact with it, other than to put the ball out of play for a goal kick, which Martin Dubravka is going to take. His first start in the Premier League this season. One substitute appearance back in February when he replaced Nick Pope against Liverpool. His goal kick long to the Newcastle right wing, but neither Trippier nor Gordon are able to gather it, and it goes out of play. Throw in for Chelsea. 5.5 minutes gone. You're listening to Flashcore's audio coverage of this game and the final day of the Premier League. Make sure you use the Flashcore app to keep track of everything that's going on around the Premier League this afternoon. I will also try and do my very best to keep you updated on what's happening elsewhere. Fabian Schär now in possession for Newcastle. Decides to go back to his goalkeeper. And just releases Sven Botman, and then he goes back to the Swiss. Schär got the option of Kieran Trippier, decides not to use him. Uses Isak instead, who's come very deep for that one, and almost loses out to Enzo Fernandez. But Newcastle keep it alive. Anderson involved as well. Now wide to Alan Saint-Maximin. Sprinting against Cesar Azpilicueta, gets the edge of the area, but then can't find Isak. Back to Matt Target. Guimaraes now spreads it across, looking for a runner. It's Anderson again out there on the wing. But no joy for Newcastle coming forward that time. Eddie Howe making notes at the Newcastle away end. In the sunshine. It's either t-shirts or no shirts behind the goal, and they are in full voice, and what a season they've enjoyed. Might be under pressure here though, because Havertz brings it over the halfway line. Now finds Raheem Sterling on the left wing. Sterling into the area, tries to go past a couple of defenders, goes out wide, and then takes a shot, and it's well blocked. Kieran Trippier with a good recovering challenge there to divert the ball out for a corner. Good burst through the middle from Havertz. And Raheem Sterling, who was rested in midweek, wasn't involved in the squad at all for the match at Old Trafford. I thought he'd taken a shot there, but it looks more like he'd actually tried to play it back across. Over comes the corner, headed away at the near post. Back out to Azpilicueta, who just lopped one back in, but it's straight into the gloves of the Slovakian goalkeeper, Martin Dubravka. Rolls one out to Kieran Trippier. And he returns the favour to his goalkeeper. Short pass now to Sven Botman. Botman goes cross field back to Trippier, who heads one infield into the path of Cher. Cher with a long 70-yard crossfield ball, which is picked up perfectly by Alan Saint-Maximin. He's got a man out wide. Cross comes in. Anthony Gordon's in there, and Anthony Gordon scores his first goal in the black and white stripes of Newcastle United. Brilliant move from the Magpies. It started with Dubravka. It went wide to Trippier. His ball infield to Cher, and then it was his crossfield ball to Saint-Maximin that really turned the move from sterile possession into a meaningful attack. Saint-Maximin involved as well. Elliot Anderson getting forward too. Wonderfully worked move from Newcastle United. They started off in the right back position, went to the left wing, and then the low cross, and nobody went with the runner, Anthony Gordon, straight through the middle, and he just poked it past Kepa Arrizabalaga, who could do nothing really with that one. The ideal start for Newcastle United, heaping more misery on Chelsea at Stamford Bridge in the 10th minute. Chelsea 0, Newcastle United 1. Anthony Gordon on the score sheet. £45 million move from Everton, and so far he's shown glimpses of what he can do, but some Newcastle fans were hoping for a bit more of an immediate impact, but he's grabbed himself his first goal. Does look like a bright talent, and Newcastle one possession back and have released Saint-Maximin down the wing again. Now Guimaraes into the area, goes across and straight into the chest of Kepa. In fact, my apologies, it wasn't Guimaraes, it was Miguel Almiron out there on the far side. Chelsea tried to respond quickly though. Raheem Sterling getting forward now. He's got Lewis Hall outside him. Uses Hall back into Sterling, the edge of the area, back to Loftus-Cheek. Square ball, but that one wasn't easy for Fernandes to gather, and he's given the ball away. Newcastle up to the halfway line now. It's Alan Saint-Maximin, who's just so full of running at the moment, coming forward again. Wide now to Alexander Isak, edge of the area, takes a shot, and just wide. And Kepa didn't move for that one. Alexander Isak from 20 yards on the Newcastle's left-hand side at the edge of the penalty area. Just tried to curl one into the opposite corner. And had it been a yard further in, he would have put Newcastle 2-0 up, because Kepa did not move for that one. But it remains early on still. We're in just the 12th minute of the game. Chelsea 0, Newcastle United 1. Chelsea tried to come through the middle with Gallagher, but then his ball out wide to Madueke. He got it all wrong really. It was just a short pass and he completely overcooked it. 4 attempts for Newcastle already, just the one for Chelsea, but we've only had 11.5 minutes played. It's pretty good going. And target to take the throw for Newcastle United. Making his time over it. Tries to go towards Alan Saint-Maximin. He can't pick it up. Elliot Anderson tries to, and he's dispossessed by a combination of Gallagher and Madueke. Madueke now down the right wing. Tries to get the crossover, but it's deflected out It's going to be another corner for Chelsea. Good strong running there by Madueke when he was tightly marked, didn't have a lot of space to work with. And Chelsea's first quarter was not the worst, but Chalobah just couldn't hook his foot round it enough. Let's see what they can do with this one. Over it comes. This was the middle. There's Thiago Silva's in there, and Dubravka just had to palm that one away. Thiago Silva, I think he didn't get the cleanest of contacts, although he managed to divert his header on target. We just kind of bobbled towards the bottom corner. Oh, actually, he headed it into the body. I think it was Kieran Trippier in there. Yes, he won the header, Thiago Silva, but he just headed it straight into Kieran Trippier's chest. And then the ball deflected back towards the bottom corner, and Dubravka was alert to it. And at full stretch was able to knock it away, and it goes out for another Chelsea corner. But we're going to have a little bit of a stoppage because Matt Targett spilt a little bit of claret. And yeah, a bit of a nosebleed there for Targett. I think he got caught. Oh, actually, he was marking Thiago Silva and fell as he lost his man, and fell basically into his nose fell right onto the knee of Kieran Trippier. So that would be a painful one. Might be a couple of days before they can get Matt Targett patched up properly and stop the bleeding. Let's see what's going on around the Premier League at the moment. Aston Villa have taken the lead against Brighton. A crucial 3 points. That could be Brighton, of course, secured their place in Europe. Aston Villa trying to go for that final place in the Europa Conference League. But Tottenham Hotspur, who they are fighting for that place, took the lead after just 2 minutes with Harry Kane. It was Douglas Luiz who scored for Aston Villa. Arsenal are 2-0 up already against Wolves, and Granit Xhaka has scored both of them. Nothing too much happening at the battle to stay up, other than, of course, Leeds losing to Tottenham. It's 0-0 between Everton and Bournemouth, and 0-0 between Leicester and West Ham United. Looks like we are able to continue. Corner about to be swung in. In fact, they go short, Chelsea. Short to Hall. Hall goes to the back post, and it's had to be headed behind once again by the goal scorer Anthony Gordon. So it'll be another corner for Chelsea. The other score to bring you that Liverpool are 2-0 up against Southampton. Everything else 0-0 still in the Premier League. Quarter of an hour gone in this one. Chelsea 0, Newcastle United 1. Another quarter for the Blues. This one poor though by Hall, easily turned away. Headed back in by Azpilicueta. Newcastle making a bit of a meal, trying to get it away. It falls to Chalobah with a shot that is deflected over the bar. Madueke in there as well for Chelsea. There's Newcastle failing to clear their lines. A little bit of head tennis, and suddenly it fell kindly for Madueke to take the shot on the volley. Just deflected over the top. The warning signs for Newcastle. Another corner for Chelsea. This one to the back post. Just about kept in by Kai Havertz. Nice cross over. Can anyone turn it in? No. And Almiron able to half clear to Hall. Still alive for Chelsea. Raheem Sterling in the box. Tries to chip one in. It's deflected back to him. He'll have another try. Lays it off. Madueke. He tries to put it over. Again, too many black and white shirts in the way, and Newcastle finally do clear their lines. And it's up to Saint-Maximin, who's already over the halfway line. Still going. He's got some support. Tries to play it forward to Almiron, but just too far ahead of him, and Azpilicueta got back well to tidy that up for Chelsea. Chalobah. Short now to Enzo Fernandez. He goes wide to Lewis Hall. Hall casually up to the halfway line, tracked by Anthony Gordon. Infield to Loftus-Cheek. Enzo Fernandez prevents Almiron from stealing one in behind him. Chelsea go up to Madueke now. Madueke back to Azpilicueta. With Azpilicueta unable to gather. And Newcastle, after a couple of bites of the cherry for Chelsea, are able to win possession back properly. Bruno Guimaraes, Alexander Isak. And Kieran Trippier. I thought he'd gone down there with an injury, but actually he was just going down, just annoyed with himself for a poor attempted pass. And it, in fact, goes out of play. Lewis Hall will take this throw in for Chelsea. Back to Thiago Silva, who in turn uses his goalkeeper. And Kepa goes to Trevor Chalobah inside the area. Wide now to Azpilicueta, who has plenty of space to run into. He'll get up to the halfway line. Then pass forward to Havertz, who uses the experienced Spaniard again. Infield he goes this time to Enzo Fernandez. Crossfield to Raheem Sterling. Lewis Hall. Thiago Silva across to his centre-back partner, Chalobah. Azpilicueta once more. Enzo Fernandez. Good possession this from Chelsea. It's very much how they played against Manchester United. They plenty of passes in their moves, but not really the killer instinct. And I put a curse on them there because Hall's pass was loose. And it was all Newcastle needed to win possession back. They tried to go over the top looking for the run of Alexander Isak, but Kepa outside of his area clears that one away quite comfortably. That's with Thiago Silva. Just waiting for the right pass. Finds it with Conor Gallagher. Gallagher to Loftus-Cheek. Loftus-Cheek away from a couple of challenges. He moves infield, still skipping away from challenges. Now uses Enzo Fernandez. Wide to Madueke. Madueke running at target. Ball comes low over it again. It's cleared away by Botman. Now Saint-Maximin. Saint-Maximin in a tight spot. Wriggles away nicely from a couple of would-be challengers. And his ball forward to Isak. Can he keep it in play? Yes, he can. And he's got the pace to beat Trevor Chalobah. He goes into the area, and Chalobah, with a good recovering challenge, manages to win it back. Alexander Isak, it looked like he wasn't even going to keep the ball in play, but within a few seconds he was bearing down on Kepa's goal. But good recovery by Trevor Chalobah. Over the top, looking for Kai Havertz now. Good ball, that one by Thiago Silva, but just a yard too far in front of Kai Havertz. And Dubravka was able to gather. Newcastle now with Almiron on the right wing. Forward to Gordon. Can Gordon skip past Thiago Silva? No, he can't. Kepa forward to Loftus-Cheek. And it's the open attacking game that a lot of the neutrals would have been helping to see. Conor Gallagher forward now. Needs some support. Uses Lewis Hall. Hall into Sterling. 25 yards out. Lewis Hall back to Loftus-Cheek now. Enzo Fernandez. Ruben Loftus-Cheek combining with Lewis Hall. Fernandez spots the run of Azpilicueta on the wing. Heads infield to Madueke. Can he gather? He will do it the second attempt. Back to Azpilicueta. Tries to blast one across, but it's well blocked by Matt Target. And Azpilicueta does well to get back and prevents Alan Saint-Maximin from getting away from him. Saint-Maximin believes he was having his shirt pulled. Only scored once in the Premier League thus far, Alan Saint-Maximin. And that was back in August against Wolves. Missed quite a few games due to injury, and that's prevented him from getting back in the side. So many stars really on the Chelsea. Well, not on the bench, but on the sidelines. Reece James, Mason Mount, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, all sat in the stands, unable to be involved due to injury or just not really in form. Cucurella out there as well, Badiashile, Amando Broya, and N'Golo Kante, all injured as well. Newcastle have got their own pretty lengthy list of injuries, and it hasn't prevented them from having a great season. They've gone wide to Alan Saint-Maximin once more. Into the area he goes, running at Madueke, tries to make it fall over. Infield to Isak. Isak's shot is well blocked by Chalobah. Now Saint-Maximin. And Saint-Maximin, in fact, was in an offside position when Isak took the shot. So it'll be a free kick for Chelsea. Only a few yards from their own goal. Lovely ball out wide to Saint-Maximin. It was Madueke having to cover because Azpilicueta was further infield. And giving it Saint-Maximin a fair bit of space there, and Fabian Schär is picking out these long quarterback-style passes with ease. It was one of those that led to the goal. Another dangerous one that time. Schär this time forward to Trippier. Trippier over the top looking for the run of Anthony Gordon. Loftus-Cheek gets back there again though. Loftus-Cheek once more. Being put under a lot of pressure by Isak. Chelsea find Lewis Hall this time. Hall to Loftus-Cheek. Forward to Conor Gallagher. Hall again. Good pressure though from Chelsea. Applied on the Newcastle defence. So Newcastle commit the foul on Lewis Hall this time. Kieran Trippier, the guilty man. We're in the 24th minute. You're listening to Flashball's audio coverage of this game on the final day of the Premier League season. And it's Chelsea 0, Newcastle United 1. Anthony Gordon, the goal scorer for Newcastle. To the edge of the area Chelsea go now with Azpilicueta. He finds Noni Madueke, but he has to turn back. He picks out Enzo Fernandez. Tries the cross, it's blocked. It's going to be another corner for Chelsea. I think this is already their 7th of the afternoon. Another one that comes off Sean Longstaff. Sean Longstaff, he's not even playing today. Not Target. How do I get those two confused? Anyway, it is their 7th quarter, so I do get some things right at least. And Lewis Hall over on the far side as I look at things is going to be taking this one. Over it comes towards the near post, headed away though. Raheem Sterling is all the way back to retrieve this one. His ball back into the edge of the area. Just flicked on by Kai Havertz, but to absolutely nobody over on that far side. It runs on out of play. Goal kick for Martin Dubravka to take. Kai Havertz, of course, been operating as Chelsea's centre forward for much of the season. Only 7 goals he's got thus far. Dubravka goes short with his goal kick to Schär. Schär takes his time. Plays the ball forward to Isak, but his touch is very heavy and he gives it away to Loftus-Cheek midway inside the Newcastle half. He goes back to Azpilicueta, now Thiago Silva. Not being put under too much pressure. Lewis Hall now, back to the Brazilian. Thiago Silva picks up the ball again from Loftus-Cheek. Walking pace, a few yards inside the Newcastle half. No one wanting to come and put in a challenge. He goes short again to Chalobah, and that's what causes Newcastle to wake up. And a foul this time. Chalobah goes forward to Madueke, and targets upends him as he goes to control it. So a free kick for Chelsea, about 30 yards out. It's on the right-hand side from a Chelsea perspective, but not wide out on the wing. So difficult angle for Enzo Fernandez to work across here. Newcastle keeping their offside line about 3 or 4 yards outside. And they play it short to Madueke. Madueke cuts inside. He's going to take the shot. Is it going to fall? It is into the back of the nets. Chelsea have equalised, and it may well go down as an own goal. Raheem Sterling is claiming it. And in fact, it was Sterling over on that far side who made the run. No one in black and white with him. Then he cut inside to shape the angle with his left foot. He has left him free there over on the wing, Raheem Sterling. It's not going to go down as his goal. It's going to be an own goal. I'm not too sure who got the final touch. It's certainly going wide from Sterling. Anderson tried to get across him, but far too late. And it's going to go down as an own goal by Kieran Trippier. Just got his feet caught a little bit, Trippier, and the ball ricocheted up off his feet onto his body and into the back of the net it went. So it's Chelsea 1, Newcastle United 1. We are back underway, and the ball played forward straight into the clutches of Kepa. Enzo Fernandez. Forward to Azpilicueta. Chelsea have got their tails up now. Kai Havertz. Wide to Madueke. Madueke to the byline. Cuts it back. Oh, and almost a second own goal. The touch does take it away in the end. Retrieved by Raheem Sterling. Back to Lewis Hall. Enzo Fernandez. Wide again to Madueke. This is much better from Chelsea. Azpilicueta short. Over comes the cross. Turned away by Sven Botman. Nice couple of touches by Enzo Fernandez to keep the move alive for Chelsea. He goes forward to Conor Gallagher. Gallagher turns back in field to Madueke. Gallagher finds Enzo Fernandez with a pocket of space. Prods one through to Azpilicueta. He's got the crossing opportunity now. Plays it across low. Turned away this time. Fabian Schär doing the defensive duty for Newcastle. And Chelsea putting the Magpies under a lot of pressure at the moment. Newcastle haven't been keeping many clean sheets of late. The 0-0 draw with Leicester, they're only one in their last 11 games, including this one in the Premier League. Back to Thiago Silva now. Still Chelsea in the ascendancy. Sterling involved. Fernandez wide to Lewis Hall. Hall with a cross, blocked by Kieran Trippier. Throw into Chelsea, midway inside the Newcastle half. Back to Enzo Fernandez. Let's go across to Chalobah. Forward to Loftus-Cheek. Enzo Fernandez. Can he spot the run of Azpilicueta? He can't quite find him, and Newcastle able to head the ball back into the waiting arms of Dubravka. Unfortunate moment for Kieran Trippier there. Seeing a replay of the equaliser once more, and it certainly was going wide from Raheem Sterling, so unfortunately for Trippier, it's going to go down as his own goal. Our target for Newcastle links up with Bruno Guimaraes. Dubravka. Schär, and right across they go to Trippier, inviting plenty of Chelsea pressure. Guimaraes gets a bit of a lucky bounce, and it falls to Anthony Gordon, who goes down under the challenge of Lewis Hall. It's going to be a Newcastle United free kick, about 15 yards or so inside their own half of the field. And we've had just over half an hour played. Chelsea 1, Newcastle United 1. He goes short with the free kick, Newcastle. And Kieran Trippier's ball back to Schär is a little bit too heavy. He has to go and collect that one. Lotman now. A few yards outside of his area. The foul there. Bruno Guimaraes upended by Conor Gallagher. So as things stand, Chelsea are staying in 12th. Newcastle United staying in 4th. But a lot could change, as it so often does on the final day. And Newcastle are pouring forward again here. Guimaraes out wide to Gordon. Back in field to Almiron. Almiron off the edge of the area, and his shot goes wide. He had to try and bend the shot around. A couple of diving in Chelsea defenders from the edge of the area there. Almiron had a fairly good size of goal, and probably could have done a little bit better with that one. But good work, particularly by Thiago Silva, to make life difficult for him. That was the liveliest we've seen Newcastle United for a few minutes or so. They almost win the ball back high up the field. They have won it back now. Anthony Gordon, now Guimaraes. Got Elliot Anderson out wide. Back now to Matt Targett. Chelsea managed to hold their shape. Newcastle with their 2 centre-backs a few yards inside their own half. Maintain possession. Fabian Schär receives it from Gordon. Forward to Isak. He's found himself a little bit of space. Wide he goes to Trippier. He wants surely to make amends for his own goal. Forward to Gordon. He just tries to thread one through to Isak, but it's well cut out by Thiago Silva. And now Ruben Loftus-Cheek is forward up to the halfway line for Chelsea. Raheem Sterling being put under a bit of pressure by Miguel Almiron. Gallagher. Now Enzo Fernandez. Cross to Lewis Hall. 1-2 with Gallagher. Raheem Sterling. From the left wing, infield to Hall once more. Enzo Fernandez wants to turn and Cesar Piliqueta made the run, but Fernandez decided not to play the pass. Thiago Silva. Forward to Gallagher. Gallagher though back to Chalobah. Now Fernandez goes wide to Azpilicueta. Oh, and he tries to play it through to Madueke, but well cut out that time by Target. And it goes out of play for a throw into Newcastle. Target was well sorted out by the medical staff. No evidence of his nosebleed of a few minutes ago. Wins his side another throw in. Just a couple of yards from where he took that last one. Midway inside his own half, pretty much. Tries to go long, steals an extra yard or two every time he does. Alexander Isak collects it, and he runs out of room. And I think the referee has actually given a foul against Isak there. He went down as he lost possession. There are only 2 games still at 0-0 in the Premier League. Everton and Bournemouth and Brentford Man City. It's 2-2 now between Southampton and Liverpool. And Fulham have taken the lead against Manchester United. Leeds still trail by a goal to 0. Arsenal 3-0 up against Wolves. Aston Villa 2-0 up now against Brighton Hove Albion. Crazy last day of the season as per usual. We've had a couple of goals to enjoy this afternoon here as well on Flash Scores coverage of the game at Stamford Bridge. Fabian Schär for Newcastle, who took the lead through this man, Anthony Gordon. But Anthony Gordon this time runs out of room on the near touchline. Shakes his head in disappointment at himself. Thiago Silva. Forward to Enzo Fernandez, who skips past a couple of challenges. Wide to Raheem Sterling. He's got Lewis Hall in the overlap, but decides to go back to Fernandez. And he gets crowded out. And Newcastle win it back. Saint-Maximin tries to jink away from Chalobah, but the ball falls back to Anderson. Anderson releases Alexander Isak. Ahead of him is Almiron. Throws it through to him. Almiron. Where's it going to fall? Alan Saint-Maximin. He turns and shoots. Is blocked. Chelsea managed to get enough numbers back to clear things away. Up to the halfway line with Sterling, and Fabian Schär get a little bit tangled, and Jarrett Gillett gives the free kick Chelsea's way. Really nice ball threaded through by Isak into the path of Almiron. Couldn't quite pick out Saint-Maximin himself, but then the ball did fall to him. Good turn and shot by him, but far too many blue shirts in his way. Newcastle have a great record on the final day. They've won 7 of their last 8, just a defeat to Liverpool 3 years ago, the only exception to that. Anthony Gordon now. Bit of a loose ball from him, but Saint-Maximin able to get back and recover. Man targets. Goes back to Botman. Botman waiting for a man. Waits for the run of Isak, and Isak on the halfway line picks it up well, turns his man and picks out Alan Saint-Maximin. Saint-Maximin cutting inside. Places to the man, Anthony Gordon's there, and Almiron in acres of space. Miguel Almiron, oh, he makes a right meal of that one. Miguel Almiron had so much space on the right-hand side of Chelsea's penalty area. The ball found its way to him. He almost had too much time. He was able to bring it down, set himself, and with his left foot just balloon the ball up into the stands. Really did not catch that one well, Miguel Almiron. And you can't believe it. He's put a couple of efforts wide now. He's not really got his shooting boots this afternoon. And Enzo Fernandez now bursting forward for Chelsea down the right hand side. He goes crossfield to Sterling. Inch perfect pass from the Argentinian. Sterling takes a 1-2 with Gallagher. Back to Lewis Hall now. Sterling once more. 25 yards out. Crossfield it goes to Fernandez. Fernandez tries to chip one back into the path of Sterling, but he can't pick him out. Fernandez and Guimaraes tries to get away, but Loftus-Cheek dispossesses him. Now Havertz. Gallagher Mercury the shooting angle, shoots and is blocked. Claiming handball, Conor Gallagher, but no one else is. It probably tells you a lot. Answer Maximan forward to Bruno Guimaraes. Guimaraes up to Alexander Isak on the left wing. He's running at Trevor Chalobah. Still going Isak into the area. Almost loses possession. Good marking by Trevor Chalobah. Back now to Guimaraes. Sam Maximan involved. Guimaraes again. Wide to Trippier, is up from the back. His attempted cross is blocked by Lewis Hall. Trippier picks it up once more and threads it through to Guimaraes. Almiron inside the area, but with his back to the goal. Lays it off to Trippier, whose attempted cross once again finds Lewis Hall cutting it out. Miguel Almiron needs a bit of a break. Looks exhausted already, but Bruno Guimaraes is down. He's taken his boot off and he's holding his ankle, so he's in a bit of discomfort, to say the least. Bruno Guimaraes, so we'll have a little bit of a stoppage. Nottingham Forest have taken the lead at Crystal Palace, and Leicester City are 1-0 up against West Ham United. What does that mean for the bottom of the table? That means that Leicester are in crucial 17th position at the moment. They have the better goal difference than Everton, and then Leeds United down in 19th. Could be one of the most crucial goals in Leicester City's recent history. They've had plenty of those, but at the top of the table, not at the bottom. And it's Harvey Barnes who has broken the deadlock at the King Power. It's Bukayo Saka who put Arsenal 3-0 up against Wolves. Taiwo Awoniyi who scored for Nottingham Forest. And Guimaraes is still receiving a fair bit of treatment. Chelsea are unbeaten in their last 12 final day matches that have come at home. That run stretching back to 2002. Newcastle's ownership representatives involved in the director's box. And Deck is here, as in Anton Deck, and yes, they're not together. Can you believe it? Anyway, we are back underway. Kieran Trippier finds Guimaraes, tries to return the favour, but is poked out of play again by Lewis Hall, who's not giving Trippier a moment's breathing space at the moment. Trippier will take the throw to Gordon. Trippier again, chips one forward looking for Gordon, but well covered this time by Gallagher, who stops it going out of play for a corner and finds Lewis Hall. Gallagher again. Short pass infield to Thiago Silva, who finally clears the ball away. Tries to find Havertz. But Botman was in there for Newcastle. But Chelsea coming forward again with Noni Madueke. Madueke on the right hand side. Takes a low shot that is not going to catch out Dubravka from there. Very wide from the corner of the penalty area, more or less, on the right hand side there. Madueke took a low shot, and it seemed that Dubravka was ready for it. He was straight at him, really, really comfortable one for him. 42 minutes gone, just 3 of the 45 still to play, but we've had a couple of stoppages, so we should have a fair few minutes to be added on. Still plenty of time for a third goal in this half. It's Chelsea 1, Newcastle United 1. Anthony Gordon for Newcastle, and then an own goal by Kieran Trippier after some good work by Raheem Sterling. Enzo Fernandez forced back, plays it to Chalobah. Thiago Silva with space to move into, takes a 1-2 with Sterling. Silva again over the halfway line. Wide of him is Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Back he goes to Chalobah. Enzo Fernandez to the opposite wing now, where Azpilicueta is getting forward. Uses Madueke, and now Madueke again receives the ball from Fernandez. Oh, his pass to Conor Gallagher is well cut out though by Target, and Newcastle can spring forward again with Alan Saint-Maximin. Gets past one challenge, still going, feeds Almiron. Surely he'll hit the target this time. He does, but it's well saved. Miguel Almiron, if he had a right foot, he would have used that one there, but decided to try and curl it past Arifa Balaga with his left, and made a good save, did the Chelsea goalkeeper, to keep it at 1-1. Lewis Hall tries to play the ball forward, but it's knocked out of play by Kieran Trippier. Excellent work again there by Alan Saint-Maximin. Picked up the ball 15 yards or so inside his own half, just glided past Enzo Fernandez, ball across the edge of the area to Almiron, and it was the perfect chance really for a right-footed player, but Almiron, who plays over on that right-hand side, but still tried to use his left there. He didn't really catch it as he would have wanted, didn't really have enough time to set himself with the left foot, but still a good save from Kepa. Chelsea now, we're in the last minutes of the 45. Lewis Hall on the left wing, infield to Gallagher. Now Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Fernandez. Madueke. Loftus-Cheek wide to Lewis Hall. Nice pass infield to Gallagher at the edge of the area. Moves into the box, Gallagher. Uses Hall again. Lewis Hall getting forward, but well stood up this time by Bruno Guimaraes, who was able to continue after his treatment. Enzo Fernandez just needs some options. He's 30 yards out in a central position for Chelsea. Goes wide to Lewis Hall. Loftus-Cheek and Fernandez again. Just looking for that killer pass. Loftus-Cheek in by Hall. Excellent save by Dubravka. Turned in by Raheem Sterling. No, off the line. Oh, that was a brilliant ball across, and Raheem Sterling only had to make the finish, and then another shot comes in. Excellent save by Dubravka. Managed to hold on to that one with a flying dive. Raheem Sterling can't believe he hasn't got his name on the score sheet there. Loftus-Cheek wide, and fantastic cross with the first touch, I should say, by Lewis Hall. Actually deflected off Trippier, made it awkward for Newcastle. The touch towards goal by Sterling. Excellent dive at full strength by Dubravka. It fell to Sterling again, and his shot cleared off the line. Another one that came in later was well saved by Dubravka as well. And Dubravka in to replace the injured Nick Pope, having a fantastic first start of the Premier League season. And it's only one of his own players that's breached his goal thus far. We're into the second of 4 minutes that were added on, and now it's Newcastle coming forward with Almiron. Gets to the byline, away from Thiago Silva. Conor Gallagher intercepts his pass in field to Guimaraes, but Guimaraes shuffles back and picks it up again. Now forward to Elliot Anderson. Anderson tries a shot, and I think that one's blocked by his own man. To Trippier now. Heads it forward to Gordon. Back he goes to Cher, and now Botman. Matt Target linking up with Alan Saint-Maximin. Alan Saint-Maximin comes in off the wing, but then runs down a bit of a blind alley and Chelsea regain possession. It's up to Kai Havertz now. Wide he goes to Sterling. Sterling being tracked by Anthony Gordon. Loftus-Cheek to Lewis Hall now. Wide to Conor Gallagher. He's taken right out of the game. Thiago Silva across. Chalobah. Centre-backs in combination once more. Enzo Fernandez. He goes wide. Madueke out there. Infield he goes to Havertz. Chelsea just building for one final attack before the half-time whistle goes. They will have to hurry things up a bit. They tried that with Loftus-Cheek, but instantly when they tried to up the tempo, Newcastle there to steal it from them. Gimenez tries to poke on through to Gordon, but in fact it was Alexander Isak who got in the way of that one. We're into the final minute now of the initial 4 that were added on. Kieran Trippier on possession on the halfway line. He goes to Fabian Schär. Cross he goes to Botman. It's Newcastle's turn now to try and build one final push before the 15-minute break.
So people, let me remind you the result for the first half here. Let me put it a little bit big here on the screen so people can see. Arsenal are leading 3-0. Wow. Aston Villa 2, Brighton 1, Brentford 0, Manchester City 0, Chelsea 1, Newcastle United. Wait. Let me take a little bit of this down. Yeah, Newcastle United 1, Crystal Palace 0, Nottingham Forest 1, Everton 0, Bournemouth 0, Leeds United 0, Tottenham Hotspurs 1, Leicester City 1, West Ham 0, Manchester United and Fulham 1-1, Southampton and Liverpool 2-2. Interesting stuff, my friend. Interesting. So, if anybody can, if you want to call us, you can do it. You can call us. This is the link that's been provided there. But if you don't have time to call, it's not a problem. Yeah, if we go a little bit to the first half here, a lot of individuals' mistakes as per usual. And I agree with who said something about Noni Madueke here. Let me even check on my volume if somebody can hear me. Somebody said something about Noni Madueke. Madueke, Mr. Lucky said that Madueke plays childish football, needs to apply his head more and be a team player. Yeah, that's what I've been saying. Madueke, this is not a critic. These things is gonna improve with coaching, Under Mauricio Pochettino, with more coaching, I think he's gonna improve. Because I think he's trying to do a little bit too much, try to impress too quickly. So he doesn't really scan. He doesn't check who is around. He doesn't check who is in the better position. He wanna just score. Like his mind is already set to, okay, I am going to dribble one more person and I'm gonna shoot. So when he comes to a better position, when he's in the box, that's all he thinks about. He doesn't think about Raheem Sterling is in the better position, Kai Havertz in the better position, and all that. Peoples.
Very interesting game. Actually, nice game for once. The end-to-end stuff. Chelsea look alive. Would you believe? Which is very amazing. Your boy Raheem Sterling, I know you love him. He's on fire. And Lewis Hall, that guy, the one you were talking about before the game, young talent, give him a chance. And he's growing. Have you noticed how his confidence, his personality, everything is just exploding as we watch? I think that guy is going to be fucking dynamite. Once he irons out some defensive liabilities he has, but attacking, tackling, strong, dynamic, powerful. So I think I'm looking forward to seeing how his progress is going to go. But Newcastle, are they playing with full power, or are they just sort of like just watching time? I don't know. But just looking at the results.
Well, if you're telling me that they are not playing in full power, when they have Isaac, one of the best in the league, when they have Saint-Maximin and they have Kieran Trippier and they have Guimaraes, and that is a problem, though. If you tell me they are not playing in full game.
Full strength. Yeah, they're playing the best team, but they just seems to be like maybe they're not playing at 100%.
That's the problem we have here at Chelsea Football Club. All this season, people always look for the reason why we didn't lose. We lost, or the reason why we won. It's always, the opposition was weak, or because they played a B team, or because you play a C team, or you can't even beat Manchester City playing C team. But the C team that got Mahrez on it, De Bruyne on it, and Haaland on it. That is the B or C team. That's the problem. You have to take it as it is. It's not like Chelsea's fault or anybody's fault if you don't apply or you don't play in your best. That's the problem. You lose against the same team. You couldn't even everybody's on the beach. They didn't put any effort and you are losing. It's always a lose-lose situation. Can we just accept the fact that it's a game of football and you win, you lose, regardless of who is on the pitch?
Yeah, fair enough. I won't argue against you there, because you obviously you're right, but it is the last game of the season, and at least they've got to give us something. You can't just end the season like we've been the last 15 games. We just were so used to losing. Give us something at least to go on the summer holidays with, some little bit of hope for the new season. Make us go and buy the new strip. Give us a reason to go buy the new home and away the clothing. But it's just been now, we're almost embarrassed to walk around with the Chelsea shirts.
I'm not. I'm so proud. This is. I know that. I support this team in good and bad time, and in bad time is even the time that I will put more noise and confirm to people that I support Chelsea in bad time. This is where we know you guys that came here for money and trophies, and we, the real Chelsea who support Chelsea when we are struggling and we can't even qualify for the Conference League. That's a one on you, bro. That one on me.
But I'm not walking around the Chelsea jersey. I'm sorry. But at the moment, they're so pathetic. But as I told you, fans of other teams, they actually stopped laughing at Chelsea because it's not even funny anymore. It was funny at the beginning.
It's one season. Why people are killing themselves? This is just one season. It's normal for me that we go through the so-called crisis. But it's a learning curve. We are doing good. I don't see it as we made so much mistakes. I see it as it's part of the process, and you're going to lose some, you're going to fall down, but the most important is to pick yourself up, dust, and then keep running. That's the problem with me. I don't see it as, the new owners came here to kill the team. They want us to be a mid-table, blah, blah. Come on, man. I just freaking... invested almost 5 billion just with one objective to just put this team in the 12th position. It just hasn't worked. That's the way people need to see it. It's part of process. It's not gonna be 100% all the time, but we're gonna get there. That is part of this. I don't get you people. You can go and support Borussia Dortmund and Tottenham Hotspur. Okay, until when we are done and we start winning again, you can come back. You know.
Talking about Borussia Dortmund, that kind of, bottling it, as I say, it's one of those kind of situations which can define a franchise, which can haunt that franchise for the next 10 years or something. That mental, I don't know, pain, anguish, whatever it is, it's something which can last for a very, very long time. If they don't somehow win it next year or the year after, it can actually destroy a club. If that makes any sense. So that was a very, very bitter pill for them. I'm just looking at the scores. You just mentioned the scores. As it stands, Leeds United and Everton have been relegated as the scores stand. Because Leicester is winning 1-0, Leeds are losing 1-0 to Tottenham, and Everton's only drawing. Isn't that right? Am I right or am I wrong? So it would be Leicester.
It's too much to take. I don't have the head to start thinking right now, bro. I don't care.
Southampton, Leeds, and Everton, as we stand, are all relegated. But if Everton score, then Leicester is finished. But it will be very interesting. There'll be a lot of crying at the end of the season here. In 50 minutes time, I think there'll be some serious crying all along there. But this is not. You can't just blame it one game. It's a whole season, when you in that situation there. So it's homemade problems. But then again, decisions lead. Sacking managers. I don't know how many. It's what happens. I'm a Chelsea, but I think I've been watching this game here, and there's some signs there. There are players, and obviously Enzo. We look at Gallagher. We look at Lewis Hall. The defense actually looks pretty decent today for once. And I'm just, when I see Loftus-Cheek, I'm so sad. I'm so sad he's going. I think, fucking hell, how could they sell him? That is so ridiculous. And Madueke, whoa, that guy! I'm telling you, he's going to be some player. That boy. Yes, I know his finished product, whatever, is a bit dodgy. That's something which a good manager will.
He need to be coached. And that comes with time. That comes with mistakes. Allow him to make those mistakes. It's normal in the development of a young player. He just got 21 a few days ago here. He's still a kid in terms of developing in the big team. He doesn't scan. Always he just focus on himself, running straight with his head down. And so many people in the better position, it's just gonna take one time touch to put somebody one-on-one with the goalkeeper, but he will prefer to dribble more and dribble the second one and the third one until the defense is in shape again, and then he got dispossessed. But like I said, under a proper manager, right coaching, those are things that he will cut down little by little. And
I think that boy, he reminds me. Who was a guy in Tottenham? The one which was under Pochettino, the English boy there. The one he's just gone downhill. What the hell was his name? He ended up at Everton now in Turkey. What's his name?
Dele Alli.
Dele Alli. Now he's got his very, very similar body style.
But Dele Alli doesn't dribble like him. He's better in terms of he got the dribble on him. He can take on people. Dele Alli is a more direct, more Frank Lampard of scoring goals, arriving late in the box and doing nothing special, but very effective on what he does. But Noni Madueke is somebody who adds the dribble on him, takes people one-on-one, so he got a little bit of extra on him,
That's what I'm thinking. My point was that I think this Madueke, if he's playing the more inside role, not so much the wing, I think this guy is going to be, if he opens his eyes, like we're saying with the final touch there, and he's playing the inside role, this guy is going to be deadly. He is going to be some player because he's got speed, he's got technique, and just that final thing. And with the inside role, it's so much harder to defend against him. At the outside, yes, the problem is, you just cross the ball and what have you. But if you're playing more of the inside, that Dele Alli role there, and you got your speed, your technique, this guy will score goals. He will score goals. And he will also create obviously a lot of space for his colleagues, his teammates, because he'll be dragging defenders and opening up for.
That's true. That's true. He got everything, and like I said, we just lacking a better coach. Like coaching is gonna make those players better. And like I've been telling you guys, under Mauricio Pochettino, all the narrative is gonna disappear little by little, because you're gonna say Kai Havertz need to go, blah 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 blah. Under a better coach, a proper number 9, and he's playing behind that number 9. He doesn't have the pressure of scoring goals on doing this and that on his shoulder. He's gonna improve. Mason Mount is leaving, but if he stays, you will see the narrative. Also, Gallagher is leaving, but if he stays under a proper coach, Pochettino is a coach before being a manager. We haven't been coached for years at Chelsea. Nobody coaches nobody. Nobody takes players to the next level. Aziz, very quickly, the game is about to start.
Let me say one thing. What I noticed about what has been happening at Chelsea, even though we're not scoring, but conceding stupid goals, is that we let players beat us easily. There's a disconnect between the midfield and the defense. Why are you not blocking? Why are you not tackling?
Well, the problem is probably we are lacking of a proper DM. Kante is not there. It's going to always change.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying there. If you look, because we lack, what's it called? It's not only physicality.
They lack fitness. They lack fitness in the team.
Fitness in the team. Nobody is tackling. Nobody is bullying, because it's not. Even last season,
it's too easy to score against us. It's just like one pass, bam, bam.
Against us, because if you notice, they just do the pull-outs. Their men are open, and that has been our problem so far this season. We don't have organization from the defense to the midfield, even to the attack. That's why Thiago Silva, Enzo Fernandez, they're all frustrated, because they need somebody to help, ginger. You understand? Block. Yeah. Fight for them in the midfield. Help each other out. Then, okay, we know we are not scoring. Next season, Nkunku, let me even tell you something. Nkunku just won the Golden Boot at Germany. What we need is a number 9 that's going to help Nkunku out.
Yeah.
Nkunku is going to play the Dele Alli role.
Yeah. Listen, all this, I'm happy because today is the end of all this, bro.
Nkunku is going to play on the left side. If either Mason Mount, because reason what Pochettino will want Mason Mount to do is Mason Mount to play on the right side. Reason why is because Mason Mount might play the what's this Denmark player that went to Manchester United that fainted on the field? Ericsson. Mason Mount is going to come from the midfield, helping the
listen, the end of the day, Mason Mount is gonna leave probably.
If he's leaving, do we know if he's leaving? As he said,
so the game just to restart it, gentlemen. Go watch the game, take your note, and come back because we have a long show today. I'm not leaving anywhere. I will stay here until everybody is tired. So I'm gonna go back here to the living room, watch the game with my people, and come back when the game.
Before you go, who's getting relegated?
Who's getting relegated? I think Everton and Leeds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, interesting. Okay, good one.
Or at least what my wish. If I have to choose one to stay up, for me, if I have to choose one to stay up, that is the right question to ask me. I would choose. Okay. I would choose the Foxes. I would choose Leicester because, you know, their history and their story in the Premier League been awesome. You know, so yeah, that is my choice. But at the end of the day, somebody need a lot of luck. And Tottenham Hotspur just scored the second goal against Leeds United as we speak. So Leeds, Big Sam, no miracle this time. Goodbye. See you later. All right, my friend, come back after the game, okay?
Ciao.
So people, I'll be at the back home. And you're gonna enjoy just the commentary, and I'll be back at the end of the game. Just let me remind you what is happening. Arsenal are leading 3-0 against Wolves. Aston Villa 2-1 against Brighton. Brentford against Manchester City 0-0. Chelsea 1, Newcastle 1. Crystal Palace 0, Nottingham Forest 1. Everton against Bournemouth 0-0. So far, Leeds United are losing at home 2-0 against Tottenham Hotspurs. Leicester City are leading 1-0 against West Ham. Manchester United and Fulham 1-1. Southampton are leading 3-2 against Liverpool. So see you at the end of the game, and we're gonna have a lot, time to talk about all these games. All right. God bless. Enjoy the commentary.
Who was causing Newcastle plenty of concern. Very lively young winger. Throw then taken by Trippier. Forward he goes to Cher, who's up from the back. Guimaraes' ball across to target is a bit of a loose one, but he does manage to pick it up. Forward to Saint-Maximin. In front of him is Elliot Anderson. Back to Saint-Maximin once more. Puts the ball over. Tries to find the man at the back post. But it's cut out by Lewis Hall. Now Trippier. Tries to just thrust one across, but it's deflected into the path of Conor Gallagher. And now Chelsea, with Noni Madueke, have a chance to burst forward. Kai Havertz goes to the left-hand side where he finds Raheem Sterling. Sterling running at Trippier. Tries to go back inside to Havertz, but doesn't find him. It's back now with Loftus-Cheek. Enzo Fernandez, 35 yards from goal in a central position. To the right he goes with Azpilicueta. Havertz this time. Overcomes the cross, looking for Sterling at the back post. It's headed out, but Sterling keeps it in play. Crosses it over again, and Madueke is there to try and keep it in play. A little bit overhit the cross from Sterling. Madueke back to Azpilicueta. Enzo Fernandez. Azpilicueta once more. Havertz back to Fofana. Fofana's pass is loose though, and Saint-Maximin were able to win it back for Newcastle. They play it back to Dubravka, who's missed control there, almost knocked it out of play for a Chelsea corner. He just about managed to keep it in play, and then Newcastle, through Elliot Anderson, have won themselves a free kick inside their own half. Chelsea protesting about where the free kick should be taken. I'm not sure if it's going to make too much of a difference if they take it 85 yards or 87 yards from goal, but Conor Gallagher trying to force the referee to apply the law correctly. Newcastle keeping possession inside their own area. Dubravka goes short to Fabian Cher. Cher up to Isak. Isak tries to turn, but there's too many Chelsea bodies around him this time. Loftus-Cheek now to Madueke. Madueke spots the run of Conor Gallagher. Conor Gallagher on the right wing. Infield he goes. It comes from Fernandez looking for Havertz, but it's turned away. Out wide now to Sterling. He links up with Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Sterling again. Shapes to put the cross in, but decides to go short. Loftus-Cheek. Forward to Madueke. Madueke who's switched wings for the moment. Now he picks out Sterling. Lewis Hall up from the back. He goes short infield to Loftus-Cheek. Back out to Hall. Can he shape for the cross? Oh no, he tries to take on the man himself, but the ball just runs away from him. And Newcastle clear it up to the halfway line with Thiago Silva. Restarts the attack for Chelsea. Loftus-Cheek, Sterling. Well tackled this time by Kieran Trippier. Back to Loftus-Cheek now it goes. He'll unleash Sterling once more. No space for him to work much. He just goes back to Lewis Hall. Now Gallagher. Thiago Silva. Gallagher picks out Lewis Hall. Enzo Fernandez and Gallagher combine again. Slow, patient build-up from Chelsea. Enzo Fernandez. Azpilicueta. Back to the halfway line now with Fofana. Crossfield to Thiago Silva. Fernandez again. Every black and white shirt ahead of Thiago Silva. He goes square to Azpilicueta. Wide he goes to Madueke. Newcastle just chasing shadows in the moment, but the pace from Chelsea is fairly slow. Good pass out wide to Hall. Hall with a cross that goes low and is turned away by Cher. Back out to Lewis Hall. Fernandez and Fofana. Thiago Silva. Forward to Sterling. I don't know if he tried to let it run on to Havertz or if he just miscontrolled it, but either way it didn't find Havertz and Newcastle able to clear it away. But once again, they're just knocking it long and allowing Chelsea to restart these long periods of possession. Still getting everybody behind the ball, Newcastle. They're playing much more like a side that are trying to hang on to their position in the Premier League rather than one that's already secured Champions League football. They do force Chelsea back though, and they almost force Enzo Fernandez into a mistake, but he gets away with it. He goes forward to Loftus-Cheek. Loftus-Cheek with a burst of pace. Now Madueke. Madueke cuts inside, shapes the shoot, and he curls that one high and wide over Martin Dubravka's goal. Cut in from the right wing. Worked the angle to curl one with his left foot, but got far too much on it, Noni Madueke, and didn't get the direction right. And high and wide it goes, and that spell of possession for Chelsea, spell of pressure I should say, comes to an end. Manchester United have taken the lead against Fulham now. They lead by 2-1, and Southampton are 3-2 up against Liverpool. Still 0-0 between Everton and Bournemouth, and Leeds are 2-0 down at home to Tottenham. And as it stands, Leeds United are heading back down to the Championship after a 3-season stay. Kepa has been forced to put the ball out of play because Thiago Silva is down and clutching his face. Seems to be in a fair bit of pain. Being consoled by Kieran Trippier and Anthony Gordon. Something happened off the ball there, I think. Pedro Porro scored the second goal for Tottenham. Bruno Fernandes put Manchester United ahead. Well, there was an issue off the ball there. Anthony Gordon just catching Thiago Silva. Seemed completely accidental. Looks like referee Jared Gillett is happy for play to continue. We are back underway. Ball played back to Kepa. Leicester City still lead West Ham by 1-0. So Everton's point at Bournemouth, not enough. Newcastle now putting Chelsea under much more pressure inside their own area. Fofana turns away well though from Saint-Maximin, and Chelsea can attack down their right wing. Madueke, excellent challenge, fantastic tackle. No, says the referee. It looked like he'd timed that one perfectly, Matt Targett. But no, foul on Noni Madueke, says Jared Gillett. And he's just calling for a halt here, Jared Gillett. I'm not really sure if he wants to check something. Seemed like a good, robust challenge from Matt Targett, even on second inspection, but the referee believes he caught the man. Chelsea have already taken the free kick. Forward it goes now to Loftus-Cheek. He does well to turn away from Anthony Gordon. In fact, referee plays the advantage. Gordon now is trying to upend Raheem Sterling, but he gets away from him too. Loftus-Cheek now on the wing. Cuts into the area. Got plenty of men around him. Has to go back to Hall. Hall who puts in the cross, and that one is well over hit. And it's going to trickle out And over the sideline, throw into Newcastle, just a few yards from their own corner flag. 2 more substitutions being prepared by Frank Lampard. Joao Felix and Carney Chukwuemeka are getting ready to come on. May well be the end of the afternoon for Havertz, possibly Loftus-Cheek. But no sign of the fourth officials board going up just as yet. We are underway again. Newcastle try to clear the ball away, but they don't gain many yards downfield, and Chelsea have already taken a throw-in inside Newcastle territory. They're up to the edge of the area now with Conor Gallagher. Tries to go back to Azpilicueta, but 2 Newcastle players around him just about managed to win possession back. They made a bit of a meal of that, Newcastle, but they forced Chelsea back now inside their own area, inside their own half, I should say. Wesley Fofana now plays the ball back into Chelsea's own area with Kepa. Goes across to Lewis Hall. Hall just plays one forward. And Raheem Sterling trying to get away from Trippier, and the referee didn't like how Trippier was handling Raheem Sterling there. It's going to be another foul. There's another free kick for Chelsea. This may well be where we have the 2 substitutions, and it will. And it is the end of the afternoon for Conor Gallagher, in fact. Conor Gallagher making way. And Kai Havertz coming off. Kai Havertz, no. The board was incorrect. It's Kai Havertz and Ruben Loftus-Cheek, the 2 that I guessed. Off goes Ruben Loftus-Cheek. That's his final contribution of the season. Another player whose future may lie elsewhere, and he's taking a warm applause from the crowd who respond. And the way Loftus-Cheek is coming off, he may well be saluting Stamford Bridge for the final time. He's giving all 4 corners of the ground a big wave, and Loftus-Cheek may well know something that we don't, and we may have seen him in the blue of Chelsea for the final time. Kai Havertz also off. So Carney Chukwuemeka, number 30, on for Ruben Loftus-Cheek. And the goal scorer last time out, Joao Felix, on he comes for Kai Havertz. It's pretty much as we have been for the whole of the second half. Chelsea controlling the ball, controlling possession. We've seen very little of Newcastle in an attacking sense in this half, but now we may have a chance because Almiron has done well to steal the ball from Lewis Hall. Gets past the man as well, cuts in field, 25 yards out wide. He goes now to Trippier, who's up from the back. Overcomes the cross, it's too close to Kepa, and we've had an hour gone, and that's the first meaningful attack we've had in the second half for Newcastle, at least for quite a while. They're on the defensive at the moment because Conor Gallagher is bursting forward for Chelsea. Now wide to Madueke. Takes the 1-2, but they lose control of it. Back it goes to Fernandes, who takes the shot. Now falls to Madueke. Gallagher. Fernandes. Madueke again trying to get Chukwuemeka involved, but turned away by Newcastle. And again, it's real backs to the wall stuff for Newcastle. It was such an open game in the first half, but they've decided they want a much more defensive approach. Fofana and Enzo Fernandez sharing a few passes inside their own half. Chukwuemeka forward. Sterling returns the favour. Chukwuemeka goes crossfield. Nice ball out wide to Madueke. Madueke waiting for the run of Azpilicueta. He doesn't quite beat Saint-Maximin to it. Saint-Maximin just dribbles it out of his own area. A great covering challenge there by Azpilicueta. One back to Fernandes. Now Gallagher, Chukwuemeka, Sterling. Ball being played just from right to left across the Newcastle penalty area. Into the area goes Sterling, but turns back to Lewis Hall. Now Joao Felix. Forward to Gallagher. Hall infield to Chukwuemeka. Enzo Fernandez. Again, Chelsea just waiting for that killer ball. And then the shot comes in. They lost a bit of patience there, Chelsea, in the end. Raheem Sterling deciding there was no better option than to take a bit of a pot shot from 25 yards out. And it was right down the throat of Martin Dubravka. 62 minutes gone. Chelsea 1, Newcastle United 1. Fabian Schär trying to play Newcastle out of trouble. Nice ball forward from him to Elliot Anderson. Anderson needs a bit of support. Out wide he finds Miguel Almiron on the right hand side. Almiron in field. Trippier in field to Guimaraes. Short to Anthony Gordon. Chipped forward back to Gordon now. Can he put the cross in? Decides against it. Almiron again. Guimaraes, they're being forced back though, Newcastle. 25 yards out now. Guimaraes tries to play 1-2 with Isak, but it doesn't come off. And another chance gone for Chelsea, and coming in from the back there was Target, who fouls Madueke. And Chelsea now can properly relieve the danger. Leicester City leading 2-0. Wout Faes has put them 2-0 up against West Ham. Leicester City staying in the Premier League. It's Southampton 4, Liverpool 2. There's always one of those really, really crazy results on the last day of the season, which you just think, how on earth did that happen? It looks like it's happening at St Mary's. Bottom of the table, Southampton leading 4-2 against Liverpool. Chelsea up to halfway. Joao Felix trying to turn away from Fabian Schär, but he's fouled. Free kick to the Blues, just inside the Newcastle half. They played it short. Chukwuemeka. Square to Enzo Fernandez. Nice pass through the lines to Conor Gallagher. Wide he goes. Madueke fires one across. Lewis Hall's going to keep it alive, and his attempted shot goes just over the bar. That would have been some way for Lewis Hall to score his first ever goal in the Chelsea first team. Really hammered across by Madueke, and Lewis Hall out there was the only one able to keep that one in play. Took the touch to set himself and then tried to find the top corner with his right foot. But just couldn't keep it down. Another chance goes begging. Can't really blame Newcastle for not going into this game at full speed and with 110%. They've secured Champions League football, but I really feel they've put out pretty much the strongest lineup they could. Maybe only one or two changes, and they had a chance to finish third in the Premier League. You think they would have given it a bit more of a go in the second half. They've been sitting back, but they could burst forward now. Oh, and Anderson gave up the ghost there. The ball, Almiron tried to play to him. It looked like it was going to go out of play. Then Anderson realised it was going to stay in. And by the time he realised he had a chance to retrieve possession and keep the attack going. By the time he'd restarted his efforts, it was too late. It's a lesson there for any youngsters. Don't ever give up. Hey, Anderson wasted that opportunity there. Now Azpilicueta, and another chance has been presented to Newcastle because Azpilicueta threw the ball into Thiago Silva, who then just volleyed it straight out of play. Really strange there, and Newcastle don't do too much with the throw, but they forced Madueke this time to put it out, so it's going to be a throw-in for Newcastle, level with the edge of the Chelsea penalty area. It's going to be taken by Target up to Saint-Maximin, who then juggles it a couple of times, tries to get away from his marker, and Fofana did a really good job there to hold off Saint-Maximin and force him to play it out over the touchline. Newcastle fans believe that should have been a corner, but the referee awards a goal kick for the home side. Kepa goes short with that goal kick to Fofana, who still holds on to it, then plays it to Thiago Silva. Back to Kepa. The ball hasn't left the Chelsea penalty area since the goal kick was taken. Finally, Fernandes. Finally, Fofana brings the ball forward, I should say. Eventually he goes wide to Azpilicueta. Into Fofana once more. Infield to Joao Felix. Wide to Azpilicueta. Newcastle are getting ready to make their first couple of changes of the match. Will be a while before they can make them though, because Chukwuemeka is in possession for Chelsea. Anthony Gordon put him under pressure, but he was able to find Thiago Silva. Now Fofana. Forced back by Isak. Uses his goalkeeper. Lays it forward to Fernandes. Fofana again. Azpilicueta cuts in field. Midway inside his own half of the field. Fernandes brings Chukwuemeka into the action. He prods it through nicely to Gallagher, then gets the return pass. Chukwuemeka still bursting forward. He's at the edge of the penalty area now, still going. Wide to Hall. Hall's cross is unorthodox. It falls to Raheem Sterling, who can't keep the chance down. Lewis Hall didn't catch the ball as he would have liked when he tried to put it over first time. Somehow it just bobbled on through. Kind of sliced the effort really, but it managed to evade 3 Newcastle defenders. And from only 7 yards out, Raheem Sterling with his left-footed shot with his first touch got right underneath that one, and the ball goes sailing over the bar. Alan Saint-Maximin and Anthony Gordon's afternoon comes to an end. Saint-Maximin has been so bright with his running, as he always is, and Anthony Gordon, a big day for him. He scores his first goal in the black and white of Newcastle. On in their place, Callum Wilson and Jacob Murphy. So 2 more or less like-for-like changes for Eddie Howe. And another change being made by Frank Lampard. Off goes Conor Gallagher, and he's been replaced by the Croatian Mateo Kovacic. Kovacic missed the last 3 with a knock. Scored 1 goal in the Premier League this season, that one against Leicester in March. Goal kick taken by Dubravka. Chelsea are the ones who get the first meaningful possession from it. Chukwuemeka goes forward, and he's upended this time by Bruno Guimaraes. And it's going to be a free kick for Chelsea. And we've got 20 minutes of the 90 still to be played. Still Chelsea 1, Newcastle United 1. And a chance though for Chelsea to put another dangerous ball into the box. The free kick is about 30 yards from Martin Dubravka's goal. On the left hand side, Lewis Hall and Enzo Fernandez are the 2 standing over the ball. Newcastle again keeping a fairly high offside line. What can Chelsea do with this one? Over it comes from Fernandez, looking for Chukwuemeka, but he can't get a hold of it, and it's cleared away. Only as far as Azpilicueta, who keeps it alive. Now Chukwuemeka. Joao Felix does well, shoots, it's deflected wide. It's going to be a corner kick for Chelsea. Nice touch there from Chukwuemeka, who just laid it into the path of Joao Felix, who opened up his body, got his head up, and took the shot from 25 yards. And it deflects off Fabian Schär through the legs of Sven Botman and out for a Chelsea corner. Lewis Hall over to take this one. In swinger with his left foot. So the edge of the area, 6-yard box, it falls At the feet of Newcastle player, it's cleared away. Kepa retrieves it. Takes another touch. That one was another dangerous one from Lewis Hall. His corners have been pretty much on point this afternoon. All of them causing Newcastle a little bit of bother. Joao Felix now tries to release Mateo Kovacic, whose touch is heavy, but a lucky ricochet sees the ball bounce into the path of Joao Felix again. Kovacic once more to Chukwuemeka, but then it's one pass too many really for Chelsea. Newcastle able to gain possession again through Isak, who is tackled by Azpilicueta, and the ball goes out of play. Newcastle throw in midway inside their own half. Crystal Palace have equalised against Nottingham Forest, and Everton have taken the lead against Bournemouth. Abdoulaye Doucouré breaks the deadlock at Goodison Park. That means it's all changed at the bottom of the table. Everton are staying up as things stand. Leicester's win not enough. It's Everton on 36, Leicester on 34, and Leeds completely out of it. They went down early on against Tottenham Hotspur and haven't looked like getting back into the match as far as I can see. At Stamford Bridge, Chelsea coming forward now with Azpilicueta, linking up with Madueke. Enzo Fernandez gets robbed of possession, and now Newcastle can burst forward. Callum Wilson, the first meaningful chances, moments he's had on the ball. Wilson goes wide. Jacob Murphy. He gets crowded out and loses possession. Fernandez back there to help tidy up. Finds Madueke. Forward again to Fernandez. Tries the through ball to Joao Felix. Doesn't quite find him. Well cut out by Botman. Target now for Newcastle. We're just trying to regain their shape and build again. Leeds have scored against Tottenham, but Tottenham have added a third. They were back in it for all of 2 minutes, Leeds United. Jack Harrison in 69 minutes, 67 minutes, I should say, Harry Kane on 69. Leeds dropping down to the Championship. Kovacic forward to Chukwuemeka. Lays it into Felix's path. He tries a shot from the edge of the area. Now another shot comes in from 35 yards from Enzo Fernandez. Wasn't the worst effort you'd ever see, but a few yards over the top it goes. It's been all Chelsea really in the second half. Everything is all a bit strange on the last day, but Chelsea have looked more like the team in the Champions League. And Dan Burn is going to be coming on. Usually starting in the left back position, but the man who took that spot this afternoon, Matt Targett, goes off, placed by Dan Burn. And number 81, Lewis Miley, is on. Lewis Miley, the 17-year-old, on for his Premier League debut. And in fact, it's his Newcastle first team debut as well. So a big moment. Lewis Miley on for Newcastle United. And he is on in place of Elliot Anderson. Newcastle take their goal kick short. They've worked it up to Jacob Murphy. Murphy bursting forward over the halfway line, still going through the middle. Oh, and then he just played it one side, and Callum Wilson made the run the other side, and the chance was gone. But good work that time by Murphy. So Chelsea with Kovacic into Newcastle territory. Wide he goes, left to Lewis Hall. Kovacic again, short to Enzo Fernandez. 14 minutes of the 90 still to be played. Still Chelsea 1, Newcastle 1. Lewis Hall. It deflects his cross once or twice, goes all the way out to Madueke on the opposite side. Madueke keeps it alive, chips one, but it's blocked. Comes off Guimaraes. In fact, it's the youngster Miley who the last touch came off. And it's going to be a corner for Chelsea. And I think it came off the shoulder of Miley. It would have been very unfortunate if his first ever touch as a Newcastle and Premier League player would have resulted in a penalty. Lewis Hall takes the corner. He doesn't get hold of this one, though. I was praising his previous ones. That one just gets cut out so easily by the man at the near post. Cleared away to Azpilicueta. Then he finds Lewis Hall. Let's see if he can make amends. Nice flick pass behind the back to Madueke. And Madueke into the area now. Chukwuemeka. Sterling just wide. And screams of a penalty from Raheem Sterling. He believes that there was a handball there to deflect that one wide. And it was Madueke who somehow managed to win possession back. It was Dan Burn who was just shepherding the ball, and Madueke just came round the back of him and took possession from him. Into the area he went. He played it across to Madueke, to Chukwuemeka, I should say. Oh, and that did hit off the arm of Dan Burn. And Joao Felix has already grabbed hold of the ball, is getting ready to take what he thinks is going to be a penalty for Chelsea. Dan Burn looking a little bit sheepish, and no penalty. No penalty, says the VAR. It's just going to be a corner. Chelsea's 10th one of the afternoon. Enzo Fernandez to take. So, big decision by VAR there. Nottingham awarding a penalty against Dan Burn. In comes the corner. It's cleared away by Callum Wilson. Out of play it goes for a throw. In front of the two dugouts. We're into the 79th minute at Stamford Bridge. And Chelsea have been the only side really looking likely to score. The ball goes over the top looking for Felix, and Dubravka has to come out of his goal and head that one away, but I think Felix was offside. I don't remember an offside call before in this match. It may have got to the 79th minute without an offside. And Felix went a little bit too early there. And it's a free kick for Newcastle. Newcastle linking up at the back with Botman and Cher and Dubravka as well. Botman again. In the first half, Chelsea had 9 attempts to Newcastle's 11. Chelsea have had 9 again in the second half to Newcastle's 1. So that just shows you what an open, even game it was in the first half, and how in the second it's been pretty much all Chelsea. But they haven't managed to score, and Newcastle are on the attack now with Guimaraes to Almiron. Almiron pokes on through to Wilson. Can he turn? No, he can't, but it falls to Guimaraes. And just like that, Newcastle could well have taken the lead. Prodded through by Almiron to Wilson, who tried to turn on the penalty spot, but it was half cleared. And in fact, on the edge of the area, it wasn't Guimaraes, it was Miley, who, forgive me, he has a very similar build and look to Guimaraes. And his shot with his side foot clips the top of the bar, and what an introduction to Premier League football that would have been for the young 17-year-old. And again, Kepa was beaten. What a moment that could have been for the youngster. He's such a similar build to Guimaraes. He's playing a similar position as well, wearing the same colour boots. So forgive me for twice now getting those two confused. But we're into the final 10 minutes, and Newcastle have won themselves a free kick wide on the left. It's played over by Kieran Trippier, but Dan Burn, in his attempt to win the header, fouls Thiago Silva. The two of them share a bit of a laugh, bit of a joke. Thiago Silva wondering how on earth he can compete in the air with such a tall individual as Dan Burn. Ball played wide to Lewis Hall now. Infield to Enzo Fernandez. Wide again to Hall. Newcastle defender committed himself, but didn't manage to intercept. Gave space for Lewis Hall. Infield to Chukwuemeka. Tries to find Madueke, but it's half cut out. Falls to Azpilicueta. He finds Enzo Fernandez. Everything coming through him as usual. Wide he goes to Madueke. Azpilicueta. Fernandez once more. Kovacic forward to Felix. He tries to flick it into the path of Hall, who's gone forward. He leaves it for Sterling, but it's not going to reach him. And Dubravka's pass out wide to Jacob Murphy, almost intercepted by Sterling. Murphy can't believe he hasn't been fouled there. In fact, it's just a throw-in to Chelsea the referee's awarded. They throw it back to Kovacic. 8 minutes of the 90 still remaining. Thiago Silva. Kovacic goes to Lewis Hall. Hall to Felix to Sterling. And Sterling this time not checking along the line. Offside there. And he wasn't making a run there, Raheem Sterling. Just didn't pay attention to the line there. Fairly poor by the England winger. And Newcastle can relieve the pressure put upon them in the last couple of minutes. Eddie Howe and Jason Tindall stood in the sunshine trying to get some instructions to their players. Hall. Kovacic. Enzo Fernandez picks out Madueke nicely. Looks for the run of Azpilicueta. The ball falls back to Madueke, and in fact the referee says there was no advantage coming, and it was a foul by Sven Botman on Cesar Azpilicueta. Taken short. Now Madueke drills it across and turned away. And it was Fabian Schär who got there just ahead of João Felix, who looked like he had a simple task of turning the ball in from 6 yards. But Madueke's ball across, well cut out by Fabian Schär. Chelsea with Chukwuemeka now. Back to Fofana. Kovacic, 40 yards out in a central area. Back to Thiago Silva. On the halfway line is Wesley Fofana. Short pass forward to Kovacic. Being tracked by Guimarães, and believe me, this time it is Guimarães. Wesley Fofana. Kovacic skips away from the Brazilian and finds his Brazilian colleague, Thiago Silva. Lewis Hall. Suddenly it's Kovacic who everything is coming through at the moment for Chelsea. Sterling off the wing back to Enzo Fernandez. Fernandez forward to Chukwuemeka. Chukwuemeka wide to Madueke. Forward he goes back to Chukwuemeka to the byline. Across he goes, and then João Felix in at the near post. Not able to divert that one on target. Difficult with try and shape a shot there. The ball coming at him so quickly and at such a tight angle as well. Chelsea fielded their youngest lineup in Premier League history against Manchester United. Thiago Silva took the average age way up this time. It's 23 years, 238 days against United. Frank Lampard, one of the big crazes heat on him during his permanent spell here was that he did bring through plenty of youth players, and he's doing that again in his short time as interim boss. It's another one of the youngsters, Noni Madueke, trying to get past Dan Burn on Chelsea's right wing. Can't do so on this occasion. Has to go back to Wesley Fofana. We are inside the last 5 minutes at Stamford Bridge. Still 1-1 in a game which is still something on the line for both teams in terms of where they finish in the table. Raheem Sterling tries to drill one across to Chukwuemeka, but he can't find him, and Newcastle able to get it away. Now Alexander Isak, who's been much quieter in the second half, as most of the Newcastle attackers have been. Back he goes to Dan Burn. And it's given away. Kovacic forward to João Felix. He finds Madueke. Can he shoot? Dan Burn stands his ground and does well. Madueke still plays it across low, but an easy one there for Martin Dubravka to cut out. It's still 1-0 between Everton and Bournemouth. West Ham United have got one back against Leicester but if Everton hang on, it doesn't really matter too much. It's Southampton 4, Liverpool 4, could you believe it? And Arsenal are 5-0 up against Wolves. I think now that the pressure is all off Arsenal now, of course, lost the title, but they can just play without that pressure. It's amazing what happens when those pressure valves have been released. Jakub Kiwior scoring his first goal for Arsenal. And another change for Chelsea. Their fifth and final one of the match. And Christian Pulisic, another man whose future is somewhat in doubt in West London. He's coming on for the final few minutes. And Noni Madueke, who's been a real bright spark, firstly against Manchester United in midweek, and then today again, comes off and gets a well-deserved round of applause. And the American international Christian Pulisic comes on for his 24th appearance of this Premier League season, only 8 of those coming from the start. And Alexander Isak comes off as well for Newcastle. And it's going to be Jamal Lewis, just his second appearance in the Premier League all season. Jamal Lewis, he's going to get 2 and a bit minutes plus added time. Newcastle free kick, which they launch forward to Burn. He tries to knock it into the path of Murphy. Trying to keep it alive, Newcastle, but they've been forced back inside their own half. Now Kieran Trippier. Bruno Guimaraes tries to pick it up. One back well by Miley. Almiron linking up with Guimaraes as well. Sven Botman. And then Guimaraes has to use Fabian Schär. A minute and a half left of the 90. Are we going to have a winner at Stamford Bridge? Not like that. Ball drilled forward, cut out by Enzo Fernandez. It's just Chelsea's turn this time to just clear their lines, and then the ball almost given away. Oh, and Dan Burn, his ball behind Sven Botman, and Botman just managed to recover and get a toe on it before Joao Felix could steal in and start bearing down on Dubravka's goal. Dan Burn has not covered himself in glory in this match. He's given it away a couple of times in dangerous areas. He almost gave away a penalty as well, but almost played Joao Felix in perfectly there, Dan Burn. He's had a fantastic season, as so many of these Newcastle players have, but it's not really at the races today, Dan Burn. But at the races maybe could be Jamal Lewis. Ball played over the top to him, but Kepa was there to cut it out. Poor touch by Kovacic this time, has given it back to Almiron. Dan Burn this time, no nonsense. Forward to Jamal Lewis. Burn once more. Takes a touch from Guimaraes. Again Dan Burn. Oh, and he's sloppy again in possession. He's given it away to Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling now. For the first 45 seconds of those 3 minutes, we haven't had any action at all, so we could see a little bit extra added on. The referee is still making sure that the Newcastle wall is back the requisite 10 yards. Joao Felix, who scored Chelsea's consolation against Manchester United in what are going to be his final few minutes as a Chelsea player on loan from Atletico Madrid, attempting to score his 5th goal. João Felix, just over 20 yards out. He's going to try and curl this one over the wall with his right foot. Felix, he's got Enzo Fernandez available as a short option. Here comes Felix over the wall and just over the top of the bar. Tried to pick out the far corner there, João Felix. And Dubravka didn't really move. I think he knew it was going wide. And it did dip a little bit for João Felix, but not nearly quickly enough. Bit of a knuckleball attempted there from the Portuguese. And we are now just entering the final minutes of the initial 3 that were added, but
the game is over and it's 2-2, 1-1 at the end of this amazing. Double check here. Yeah, so much emotions on this one, really. This is a game full of emotions. Yeah, man. Trippier with an all goal, and Gordon scored for Everton. Tottenham Hotspurs just scored the 4th goal against Leeds United. So Leeds are going down. Leicester City are going down, and Everton WWE Sean Dyche is gonna survive again. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, man, it's hurt to see people saying goodbye like this at Stamford Bridge. It just hurts, man. We are human beings at the end of the day, you know. It hurt to see all of these guys leaving Chelsea. It's part of life, you know. Part of life. I'll be here for a few more minutes depending on the engagement. So Leicester City are going down. Leeds United are going down, and Everton are going to survive. Yeah, that's the way it is. That is the verdict today. What an awesome season for Newcastle United. Finished with a draw and going to the Champions League. And Chelsea today was more about saying goodbye and putting your friends out there. It wasn't really with the intention of like winning the game, if that makes sense. It hurt to see this. So people, listen, I'm gonna be here for a few minutes depending on the engagement with you guys. So if you're gonna ask questions or you're gonna call, it's gonna keep me here. But if you don't act, and then I will be here, I'll have to leave and go do something else. So I'm still here for a few more minutes. The link being provided, Mr. Bullet. Thank you. Nice to see you. Yeah, man. Game over. And then we don't have to suffer anymore. We don't have to see this awful football anymore. Dead football. We're gonna have to see now proper football. Okay. Everton are staying. WWE. Mr. Sean Dyche did it again the last minute, the last day of the season. I think Sean Dyche is supposed to be manager of the season. In very difficult situations that he took over, and he managed to keep them alive. So congratulations to him. All right, people. So I'm gonna be here probably for 10 more minutes if I get more people to watch or I get questions, because that's why I'm here for. So if you're gonna send some more questions. So yeah, players are going all around greeting the fans. Ruben Loftus-Cheek saying goodbyes. I think it's over for him. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang looks like a rock star. A lot of diamond jewelry all over his neck. He's enjoying life, right? Kem scored probably a couple of goals for Chelsea, got a lot of money and left. And probably he's gonna leave on free, you know. Why this game is not over? Are they trying just to get Everton relegated? Something happened? Why is 90 minutes plus 9? I didn't watch that game, so it's still going on. The only game that's still going on now is the game between Everton and Bournemouth. And I think this could be the longest added time ever in the history of Everton. Wow, it was going to be something if they got relegated with that beautiful stadium that they are building at the moment. It was not going to be fun with that kind of investment in the championship. So congratulations to them for staying up. Oh man, full time. So let me just go double check something on Pochettino. They didn't show him. Probably he didn't want to take any kind of attention. He just wanted to leave Frank Lampard alone. Let him finish his awful time at Chelsea. 2 draws, 1 win, and the rest are defeat. So let me remind you what is happening. Arsenal 5, Wolves 0. That is the final result. Aston Villa 2, Brighton 1, Brentford 1, Manchester City 0. So City finally lost the game. They lost 1 game. 2 games this season. Chelsea 1, Everton 1, Crystal Palace 1, Nottingham Forest 1. Yes! It finished! And is Everton staying? Everton are staying, my people. They are staying up. How awesome is this? Wow. They deserve. They have the best fans in the league. The best fans in the league. They are staying up. And wow. 10 added time. Yeah, Everton survived. Everton survived. Leicester City and Leeds United and Southampton are relegated. How awesome is this? Everton, wow. Sean Dyche, congratulations. They are showing how, man, I can't believe this. I can't believe that Leicester City adventure in the Premier League is officially over. I can't believe this, people. I can't believe this. Yeah, Big Sam didn't operate miracles here. He came to save them, but he sank them. The other season, I think the last season where he went to West Brom and he helped them get relegated. So Big Sam is not a miracle worker anymore. He's not the magician anymore who will keep teams in the Premier League. Now it's 2 out of 2. The 2 last time, bad adventure. I don't think he but listen, when you give him a lot of money to try to save you, what do you expect him to do? He's gonna say yes, right? So yeah, I don't blame him. You give him 4 million for a few games and then he's gonna take the money. So, oh my goodness me. You see this? Everton survived. 36 points. They are staying up. Leicester City, 34 points. They are going down. Leeds United are going down, 31. Southampton already relegated, only with 25 points. Lord have mercy. What a season, huh? Everton are really, really happy right now. They are showing the contracts between, people who are happy for staying up and other people who are crying. Sean Dyche, respect, man. Respect. Yeah. Wow. So Sean Dyche deserves all kind of respect, and he deserves a budget, like a big budget for him to rebuild the team for next season. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm still up or what. Okay, people, so I'm not getting any comment. I'm not getting any question, no reaction, no calls, no nothing. And you know that I am here for the people, right? So if the people are not here for me, and then I'm going to have to leave. So it is what it is, man. It's so sad to see Ruben go. So sad to see Hakim Ziyech and Pulisic and all the bunch go. But I think this is the nature of this business, and we have to respect it. Everybody that told me that they will be here after the game, they just disappeared. So nobody is there. Nobody is there. So yeah, very, very sad indeed. Very sad indeed. So let me go double check on the Chelsea stuff before I leave. Yeah, 1-1 at the end, just goodbyes. Conor Gallagher got the goal of the season. Thiago Silva, the player of the season. Lewis Hall, the young player of the season. Aspilicueta Berner was there at Stamford Bridge to say goodbye. We will just call you legend. I think it's time. You could tell he couldn't even run anymore. I think the brother is just asking just to go. Let him go, even on free. He deserves to go somewhere else where he can enjoy probably 1 or 2 more seasons, because his legs are gone. So yeah, man, it is what it is. And also goodbye to Lampard. Thank you so much. You did what you could. It wasn't good enough. Now it's time to announce Mauricio Pochettino. Announce Poch right now. Announce him right now so we can start cooking. Okay, let's start cooking, because we are Chelsea Football Club, man. We are Chelsea, we have to start cooking. Yeah, Ancelotti. There is nothing here really to report. So, let me go here. Sean Dyche, congratulations, WWE. You deserve, brother. You deserve. You really deserve to be there. People's Republic, I'm not going to take you anymore, bro. I've been waiting for like 15 minutes. I'm tired already and discouraged because nobody is showing up. So I'm going to have to go. And I will talk to you next time. Every single day, we have shows, live shows. Tomorrow morning for announcement of Mauricio Pochettino. And then every single day, you have even more content during the break than during the season. So I'm not going to take anybody now, because I've been begging and waiting and nobody's there. So I don't want to stay here for 4 more hours. I've been here for 4 hours already, and I was going to have more energy from people if they called or they asked questions. So it looks like people are not interested. So me, I'm going to have to leave. Hello there, Mr. Jerry. Hello. I have to go now. Okay, it is what it is, people. Expect more videos on the Green Turf YouTube channel and also on the GFC. I'm going to make my player ratings, my match review, who is going and who is staying. I've been here waiting for you to call. You didn't call, you didn't ask questions. Now, I think I have to leave. God bless.